This is a production of Darn TV.
I don't have any intro music.
Wow. You had 5 months to get some.
Golly.
Well, we're so out of practice.
Welcome.
Everything's new.
Welcome to the Dirt Weekly.
Yeah, it's
The
like
Dirt by Tri-Monthly.
Oh, my.
It's been 3 months.
2025.
October 16th is our last show. Does it feel like that long
of
ago?
what year?
Of 2024.
Oh,
We were on
Yeah.
a different time zone then. Or different time.
Yeah.
oh.
Wow.
Speaking of that, didn't they vote? We're staying this time.
Well,
Who voted?
well,
when did it vote?
Half the house did.
Oh yeah, half the house.
Yeah. So
Bernie upstairs did.
to not have daylight savings time.
Yeah.
Which
What-
if you're a track
I
prep
missed
guy,
this. Are we being serious here? You're
yeah,
getting my hopes
yeah,
up.
Yeah.
Don't you have
Yeah,
Facebook?
No,
The North
I don't
Dakota
go on it.
legislature half has approved to stay on standard time, not go to daylight savings time. Now I'm going to stop right there, even though that's great for racetrack prep, and it is. we got Estevan then, but the other 150 days, that can be tough on softball games and soccer games.
Because it
and all
gets
those
dark
things.
too early.
Yeah, we're gonna be dark at 8:30.
Play under the lights.
I'm just saying.
But what time does it-
I think most people want to stay on daylight savings time
Right.
all the time.
Summertime.
Yeah,
Yes.
summertime all the time.
I don't want that.
But right now, what passed was daylight savings time, which is winter time all the time. So we would stay.
See, that's where I'm at.
so
stay
well.
the same with-
Well, that,
You-
then
you
we're the
got my
same time
vote.
as Estevan.
You got my vote.
Yeah. Well,
So what time does the sun come up?
4 o'clock.
Yeah,
So that's the problem.
you're gonna have a tough time sleeping.
We may be driving home from races in the daylight.
That's not half bad.
Well, it's interesting.
Sometimes we've done that.
Right. Well, we earned it then.
Right.
Now we might give it to us.
Right.
That's no joke.
Right.
Well,
I never honestly.
No.
I just looked at it from a race night perspective. I didn't look at it from a big perspective of like,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
time's the sun coming up, what time,
Yeah. Well, that's the
the
first thing.
softball. I didn't think of any of
Yeah.
that.
Well, and I've always thought of it to be the price, the rewarded price of living in North Dakota, because you really get another half a day after your day job.
Right.
Yeah.
Whether it's lawn work or gardening, whatever you want to do. There's a bunch of things that are, to me, enjoyable till 9:30, 10 o'clock. Because we're kind of a 10 o'clock go-to-bed society.
Because the sun's up.
Because the sun's up, yeah. Yeah, and,
Well,
and it's cool.
That's kind of been my biggest problem. Summertime is I don't like going to bed when the sun is still up. So sometimes
Yeah,
I stay up till 10:30, 11
Yeah.
o'clock
It's easy
Month
to
of
do.
June, half
Yeah.
of July, yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you're right back up at 4 o'clock or
To go to
5
work.
o'clock.
Yeah. In North Dakota, we move just over 8 hours of daylight all the time. So in other words, we have 8 hours and 20 minutes at Christmas, and we have 16. I should say just under, and then we got 16 hours and 4 minutes in the third week in June. So to make that work in our society,
We definitely need this to go through because you just said June. That's the outlaw night. We don't need the sun up until 11 that night.
Well, no, 10 to 10 is all it stays up, but nonetheless, that's what it is. Anyway, half the house has approved it for standard time, which is winter time.
So where does it go now?
So the other half. So I don't know. The reps either done it or the Senate did it, but at any rate,
Senate did it.
it comes up every 2 years, and it never does get passed. So we'll see. We would be like the state of Arizona then, because Arizona doesn't change. Now, people that go down there say the problem with going to Arizona is it's dark at 7 o'clock when you're used to it being dark
Yeah.
up here at 9:30. So, so Yeah, I think most people want it to stay daylight savings time.
Right.
Summertime all the time. Less us racetrack track preppers,
Yeah.
but we don't count. Just us.
Yeah. I'm not a lake goer. That's not in my repertoire.
Yeah, I don't know what the
Um,
lake is besides when you
but
drive
I'm
over it
guessing-
going to Underwood.
I'm guessing there would be
Right.
a lot of lake people upset about the sun going down at 8:30, 9 o'clock in the summer, huh?
You're going to get the other hour in the morning. So yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah,
I,
but
I
most
think a
them lake
small
people,
section.
most them lake people are drinkers,
Yeah.
and they like to stay up around a fire.
Yeah. Well.
Or they're not going to get that hour is going to be wasted in the camper, sleeping.
We're a society that works 8 to 5, right? So
Yep.
so sun up at 6:30 is plenty good for that. 4:30 is just ridiculous. I mean, your 8 in the morning is going to be noon in the wintertime. So I'm just saying. So it's something to talk about.
What are people already commenting?
Just your buddy from work,
Oh.
Jared.
Oh, Jared.
Yeah, random dirt.
I didn't even tell him we were doing this. And hey, we're starting off pretty random. We're talking about
We didn't even go into like it's. Yeah.
didn't even they don't even know who was on the show.
Well, again, we're way out of practice. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the rundown is still sponsored by Sebo Motorsports, specializing in
wow.
high
Yeah.
performance
Well-
parts and chassis repair.
Well,
Call
something
Ryan.
happened.
701-720-3889. He said he sent me a text. I'm on again.
Yeah.
So-
Well, see, something happened then. Has anybody been by to see if he's working on stuff? I can only
I drive
imagine
by
he's
every
busy.
day.
He's got a lot of stuff he's working on there.
Yeah.
He had a car and he was
been
working
talking
on
to him or been
somebody's.
in there,
I
so-
drive by. I don't stop in.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've been a bad neighbor. I haven't stopped in for a while.
Maggie, I'm gonna reach out to you. I had some doctoring I had to do this. I'm all good and healthy, but I had some doctoring I had to do, and I kind of took a hiatus from Facebook, from just about everything. I needed to clear my mind. Jenny and I took a trip last weekend just to kind of reset everything, and now we're back going again.
Pretty cool.
You said clear your mind. Now you're doing a show. We're gonna make your mind pretty foggy.
It already is.
well,
I'm stuck. We
toughened
might as well
up,
end
but-
it now because I'm stuck on the whole daylight time.
Yeah.
I'm stuck on it.
I had to get back surgery because I had to carry you guys all last summer on the show. So I got that done.
Right. Well, a lot of truth going on. Whoa. Yeah.
Did you get anything? You're the oldest one at the table. Did you get
Yeah.
anything done this winter?
Well.
By the doctor.
No.
Jeez.
They're rolling along singing a song. So- All's
Tight
good
fitting
here.
jeans.
Yeah.
It's working.
And they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, not quite the way I
Yeah.
meant it, but yeah. All that holiday eating was good.
Yeah.
It was good. It's still here.
Did some remodeling in the worldwide
Yeah,
headquarters
worldwide
here?
headquarters. Yeah. I mean the camera.
They
There is
can't
no
tell-
camera operator,
Right.
so you can't pan it. But
We're
things
still-
are happening here.
You're right.
Things are happening here.
We're still looking for a camera operator.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's-
The plan moving forward is to get us situated in the other side of the room with a green screen behind us. So like on a moment like this where I just got back from the Daytona Beach area, we could have the beach up and we could all sit on the beach.
We could look.
That'll
yeah,
be cool.
yeah.
So in other words, like when you're watching the news and the weather comes on.
Yep, you'll have a background
They have
behind
that
us.
thing in the back. They're looking off to the side so they can see what it looks like.
Yep,
Yeah. Well, that'd be fun.
We could be a lot of different places then.
it could be all over the place.
We're actually going to move over where I refer to as I can still see daylight through the curtain.
Yep, in the summertime because the sun goes down over there.
Yeah. Well, for those watching, the camera is pointing south.
Yep.
Yep.
So Smallsy is west and I'm east.
Yep.
And Brandon's looking north.
Yep.
So
That's
yeah.
what you're supposed to do. It's like before a hockey game. Nick always says they're going this way or that way. You're supposed to.
Ah. Well.
I liked listening to basketball games back in the day, and we had a Ford, the 2001 Ford F350,
Yeah.
and they'd be playing at the Dome. And on your radio dial, they're going left to right or
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
in the
yeah.
Dome. And we always pictured the knob for the volume was the Dome, and they were going left to right.
Ah. Well,
Right.
yeah.
That's old school.
Right to left, left to
Good
right.
little thing.
Listen to Scotty K and
Yeah.
them guys call games back in the mid-2000s.
Yeah.
Back before all this TV stuff came along.
Right. Big game tomorrow I'm going to.
we're on winter talk, so we can go
Yeah.
on this. I hear through the grapevine. One of my employees has a nephew that plays for Bismarck Legacy
Yeah.
hockey,
Oh yeah.
and they came up and did some games here in the last week. Legacy was just up here,
yeah.
and my guy came to work and he said, "Hey, did you know?" He goes, "I went to the hockey game to watch my nephew. Did you know Minot High's undefeated in hockey?"
Yep.
And I go, "Are they undefeated like undefeated? Because hockey has that win, loss, tie, overtime win, or some damn thing. They have like 4 different,
No, they're perfect.
and we looked it up, and they're perfect.
They beat Fargo North on Saturday. So,
Good news in the Minot High hockey world.
Heck yeah.
because I think next year, I mean, I don't know much about hockey, but it sounds like next year there'll be 2 teams. So,
Oh,
Fargo,
the Minot North,
Minot North, and then
Minot High. So this might be the last year of the one team thing.
They do have a junior gold, which that's through the hockey boosters. That's high school, but not through.
Will it? So there's a bunch of people that go into the Minot hockey program. Will this give some more opportunities to kids, splitting them up, but will it water it down a little bit?
Oh, I think it'll water it down, or it's gonna be.
You'll split up your A team.
Yeah, like Bismarck, because Legacy came in. Now Bismarck has 3 high school hockey teams, plus then Mandan's right there. I mean, that little, or I shouldn't say little area, but that area, there's 4 high school hockey teams.
Concentrated area. Yeah.
Right, so.
And
When Legacy started, like Bismarck High and Century, it's kind of, they're not so dominant anymore.
See, and I think that was the fear in football too, wasn't it? With Minot High
Right.
North, or Minot North and Minot High, the fear was it was going to water everything down, or
Right,
both of
kinda.
them were going to kind of take a step down. But both of them made the state championship game
Right, so.
in their respective divisions, even though Minot North is down a division.
I mean,
but-
I'll say this. I mean, Minot Hockey, the one thing they got going is there's a lot of kids.
Oh.
I mean, I heard, so they have a full varsity team, full JV team, plus a full junior gold team, and I heard like 10 or 15 kids quit. They're not even playing anything because they either got cut through high school or,
And the junior gold thing is interesting because a lot of the kids that are from like the surrounding areas, like there's a kid from Stanley, he comes to Minot to play on the junior gold
Oh,
team because
really?
he cannot
Yeah.
do the Minot High team
Right.
because he's not from Minot, right? Isn't that kind of one of
Yeah.
the
But like if you go to
That
Bishop,
stipulation.
right.
Yeah.
Bishop Bryan, you can play for Minot High.
right?
like
Because you're
that, but-
inside the
right,
school district.
Right. But yeah,
Co-op.
the
Yep.
numbers are there to have another team, but
That'll be the trick to it then. So, yeah.
Well-
Mine does a lot of hockey, that's for sure. Exciting times.
Who would have thought that you'd log in and watch, or you'd be on Facebook watching the Dirt Weekly when we're talking hockey?
yeah,
But it's random dirt, random
right.
nights, random
Right.
topics. It's winter talk. See on
Yeah,
the rundown,
winter
winter talk.
Winter
We
talk. Yeah. Well,
we can do
we're
whatever
not
we want
racing
on winter
cars.
talk.
Our dome hasn't lit up yet, so
Right.
We don't even
So
know
here
where
we
the
are.
dome talk is
yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
well, Karen still talk about it a little bit. So
I haven't heard anything about dome talk. I think I was in talking to Craig, and he didn't even bring it up the other day.
yeah, well, like us, it took a winter's nap. It looks like
Right.
so.
Winter's nap.
did
What has all transpired? So we had our show October 16th.
That was our last get together.
Shortly thereafter, I think the weekend after that, we just got
Would have
done.
been
We just got done recapping the Watford indoor thing,
yep.
and now we went into the banquet season, which
Yep.
Nodak's banquet, and then we did some Estevan. Nodak had a good turnout at the banquet.
Yep.
It was
Really good banquet.
really good banquet.
Yep.
Almost, I think, pretty close to 200 people, or maybe it was even more than that. I can't remember.
Yeah,
It was,
it had to be significantly more than that, I would
Yeah.
say.
maybe it was almost 300 again.
I think it was 3.5.
You guys had to
Yeah.
put up some more tables, didn't you?
Yeah.
Right at the end there, you had to kind of
Wheeled in
sling
some
some more
tables
tables
and-
up.
Yeah,
and-
it was pretty close to the year before, and I think we had 325 roughly at that with a
Auction stuff went high because I was
Yeah.
going to bid on something, and when they got into that $600-700 range, I'm like, nada.
No,
I enjoyed the table for the young people. That
yeah,
was cool.
that
Yeah.
was Chris Anderson. Him and I went to Walmart and picked out toys, and the best part about it was I just started grabbing, and he started grabbing, but he ran his debit card. So
Perfect.
yeah, So
Perfect. That was a
huge
neat
thanks
touch,
to
so-
him. So that was one thing we kind of talked about. We got to get, give the kids something to do there, or get them involved, and seemed like all the kids liked it, and it was pretty good entertainment. And
Yeah, then we rolled through all the banquets at that point. You got inducted into the Hall of Fame
Fame
down
in
in
Mandan.
Mandan.
Did, yes.
And then we
Yeah,
did
that
the, what did it go? Minot, then Estevan.
We had an Underwood in there.
Yeah,
Had an
Underwood.
in there, and then
That
we had
was a
Mandan
fun
the
banquet.
next.
was Mandan last? Yeah.
Estevan was actually last.
Yeah.
Estevan was at
So-
the end. But Mandan, Underwood's banquet was Friday, which we all took that in.
Yeah.
First solo banquet in a lot of years, right?
That was
Yeah.
well received. So
Yeah.
Yep.
There's
Usually,
a lot of
good.
people there. I didn't make it down, but
it was a Friday. It was a busy night. But with Mandan being the following night, that's how we put that together. We were excited about that.
really good turnout. Had to put up tables again.
yeah.
As we've, as I share every once in a while, that the small town community interaction is just incredible, and
Yep.
that was
One of the coolest
good
things is
time, too,
Isaac
so.
was the MC. Isaac
Right.
Sondra, old hot
Does
sauce.
he
Hot
like
saucy.
to talk?
Oh,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
did a
Got a few
really
barbs
good job.
and
Yep.
yeah, everything you expected and then some.
Yep.
So no, he did a nice job, and that was good. So yeah, God, it's been a while for sure.
Then we
Remember
kind of went
everything.
into dormant time a little bit. We had the St. Louis indoor races,
Yeah.
which were
That
pretty
that was-
badass. Let's
right.
call it what it is. That was fun to watch.
That
I
was fun
love
to watch.
watching the dome race.
Yeah.
Southwest hasn't had their banquet yet. Maggie will
No.
kind of touch on that here in the
And
upcoming
Williston.
schedule. And Williston hasn't had theirs
But
yet
I
either.
think Williston just posted today.
I didn't see that.
Theirs is what, March 1st, I think.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going with it.
I'm
They had
guessing.
some elections and stuff like that. So
I have been trying my hardest to stay off the face box. When they said TikTok was
Oh.
going away, it was great.
Delete it and then try and get it back. Yeah, March 1st.
ah.
I
So
did-
Williston's,
I did delete it. I no longer have TikTok.
well, you can't get it back, so there, take that.
And I'm happy. You know how much time I wasted on TikTok?
You trust me, I do.
yeah.
Because
Every time I wanted to
None
get
over
something
here.
done, I'd
I
sit
didn't
there.
even know what it was. So,
I got
If you got TikTok, which you can't now because you can't
Yeah.
download it
well,
anymore.
I see them selling phones with it on there for like $10,000. I'm like, I should have had it. You could have got this gem.
hey, you want to buy mine? I'll sell it for 10
I'd
grand.
have left the cover on.
But you could have looked up farming tips or
Yeah.
garden tips, and you
Oh,
would have got all
well,
schooled up on
yeah.
on how to
that
plant
ain't
your
far
garden.
off. That ain't far
No,
off.
are we gonna have to come do a live remote while you and Tina are out there
Yeah.
gardening? Who does the planting,
Yeah,
you or Tina?
Well, Mindy, Tina, and I, it's a family deal, so
Oh, okay.
we're all involved. But like I say, I got the corn too close together, so that's first on my list. Keep that separated. I got Jeff and Justin involved here. We're gonna plot it all out again and give them some room to grow.
Maybe they need to come over
It's
one
the
day.
squirrels. It's the squirrels I got to tune up there. So
It's just like racing. You got to watch out for the squirrels.
yeah, right. I say I got to make a backwards penitentiary here, so they can't get in. instead of the in can't get out, I'm gonna make it so the out can't get in. Working on it.
yeah.
No, I thought that dome racing stuff that was exciting to watch for sure, and
Finally, he sent one right through the fence.
That was pretty good.
yeah,
That was pretty good.
there's some tore up stuff.
that's pretty good as long as you're not the guy that has to fix the fence.
They have it down.
That
They have it
was-
down to a science. The
Yeah,
only ones
they-
that have it down better is the Chili Bowl.
Yeah,
They got it. They don't even take a 10-minute break at the
Right.
Chili Bowl. They put one
Right.
through the fence and it's freaking bang, bang, bang going. They're back racing again.
So the dome. Now get this. I think this was the 9th year of it already.
Already,
Yeah.
huh? Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
And they didn't do
Wow.
COVID year. I think they were talking about it. They didn't do COVID year.
I see. So it would have
Is,
started like in
it-
15 area.
I think it was 16 was the
16.
first year.
Yep.
Mm.
And then once we got through the dome race, the St. Louis deal, we went into holidays and New Year's, and wasn't really much racing stuff going on.
No, we had winter finally. A 2-week
Yeah.
break from racing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I think that probably probably kept us from doing stuff in here is that the fall was so long
Yep.
and nice.
Right.
It was hard not to stay outside and try to get some stuff done. So
Well, yeah, you had to get as much done as you could, and then right around that Thanksgiving time, when I tear all this stuff down and we get ready for family coming over, because this is where we do the Thanksgiving and the Christmas, I didn't want to put everything back up and then tear it all down again, so I kind of lazied out on all that.
And when it did decide to be winter, it was overnight per
Oh,
se.
yeah.
It got cold and it snowed, and it was hard to adapt
Then we rolled
to
into
what we knew what was coming.
the first of the year. I don't pay much attention to that Tulsa shootout. There's too many classes and way too
I
many
watched
cars.
just about every lap of it.
The
Oh, the
Tulsa
shootout?
shootout or the Chili Bowl?
No, Tulsa shootout because I was laying at home.
Oh,
Uh,
because you had back surgery,
Yeah, it was
so you were.
great. I
But
wake
they-
up at 8 o'clock or
And they start racing at 9, don't they?
8:30, 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch it until 10 o'clock.
Something like 1,000 competitors a day or something they would roll through there.
The first day I was so dizzy I couldn't understand it. By the end of it, I was loving it. I was like, I know who to pick now. I'm getting into the fantasy. I know these guys. The first day I was like, holy.
See, in the Chili Bowl came on, I didn't pay much attention to Tulsa shootout. I think a couple times we had it on while we were sitting up here.
Oh, it's a long
And-
day.
But the Chili Bowl, I had to look up the format. Like, what are
Yeah.
they doing every day? So that way, because like Brock said, it's hard to get in it if you
Right.
don't know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah, the Chili Bowl,
that's
you
like
had
everything.
a different group of drivers.
Each night, 5
yeah.
nights.
Right.
Yep. It was 5 nights.
The last night,
Wednesday
the ones
on.
that the last night is the ones that qualified.
That's the 6th night. That's Saturday.
Oh, it was 5.
It was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Oh,
I didn't realize it was Monday and Tuesday.
And there was 80 drivers per
I thought
se.
it started on Wednesday.
Nope. You
Yeah, I
missed
did
Monday and
too.
Tuesday. If you started
Oh.
Wednesday, you missed Monday, Tuesday.
Well, that's
Kyle
when I
Larson
started.
Kyle Larson won Monday night,
Oh,
which put him in the show on
right.
Saturday.
Well, yeah. Didn't he he just got back? Was that when he?
Well, Ricky Thornton came back to try to race too.
Right.
Yeah, he missed it by one spot.
Missed
In
missed
one-
the show
yeah.
by one spot. They do something really cool, and their pole dash or their pole, how they figure
Yeah.
out the starting lineup for the top 10, because they qualify. There's 5 nights. The top 2, first and second, from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That gives you 10. So the top 10 are locked into the top 10 starting spots. They do like a little draw.
This is pretty cool.
They do like a little draw. So second place drivers go into a draw, and first place drivers, and you draw 1 through 5, 6 through 10. Well, you get your number, and you can better your starting position. They have you go out, and it's 1-on-1. So the 10th versus 9.
Oh,
But it's not like it's a 2-lap time deal.
right.
They don't do head-to-head. It's a time deal. So, but the number 10 person, I can't remember his name, Golubic? I think it was Golubic. He went all the way through. He ran out of gas before he took on Kyle Larson because Kyle Larson drew the 1. So he was the last one to go.
I was able to see it was actually Jason Pursley.
There you go.
So-
Pursley. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he marched his way up to third.
All the
from
way up
10th.
there.
And he did run out of gas.
Ran out of gas.
It would have been nice to see if he could have put it on the front row. But
And he had a better time. He went up against the second place guy, the number 2.
yeah.
He only was able to complete 3 laps, but one of his 3 laps
the second place car didn't go fast
didn't
enough.
go faster, but because he was unable to complete it,
He wasn't able to get the checkered.
he went to
Oh.
third or whatever. So
So-
then that guy moved on to face Kyle
Huh.
Larson. But it was quite interesting and something that maybe Nodak wants to entertain doing on these bigger shows just to kind of shake it up a little bit.
Right. You kind of, if you dig yourself a hole or draw bad, you can.
Both cars are out there at the same time, but they're on opposite ends.
Right.
Right.
Just to
Yeah, you're
clarify
not-
if you didn't see it. So
You're time racing. It's almost like drag racing, more
But
or less.
I think
It
we,
is.
we, would
Yeah,
mo-
that's
we
probably a
modify
comparison.
it. I think in my mind we would modify it to do a King of the Hill style, to where you'd line them up side by side and it's green, white, checkered.
yeah.
And you let them go after it for 2 laps, green, 2
Right.
laps, and then whoever loses, well, that's the position they start in, and the next car comes out, and you can run through it really quick.
Right. You just keep rolling then.
Yep.
I think the way they did it kept them out of wrecking each other.
Right.
Possibly.
But I think we have the room for that not to
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
what
well,
we have a bigger.
right.
As I watched it, I thought that Dason was just getting better at the track, at hand.
Oh,
Where
100%.
everybody that he challenged
Was
didn't know
just-
the track, and
Right.
he knew the
dude,
track.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
they kept saying it as
He
as
knew
we were
the track.
watching him. They kept saying it. He would put his left rear up on the cushion. His right rear was damn near on the wall.
He put the whole thing up there and then
Oh,
cut across.
Yeah, and then cut down across it.
So it was. I thought it was entertaining for sure. And like you say, if you did it King of the Hill style,
That'd be.
and it was the 10th place car, the only one that had the challenge, and it only lasted as long as he could go.
Right.
And he made it to third. We ran out of gas. I'd like to see him take on Kyle because he was going to beat that second place car. So.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
That's-
Our own Miles Tomlinson was able to participate in that. That's cool stuff.
Has anybody else from North Dakota ever Chili Bowl?
That's a great question.
Yeah, Miles Tom. Hey, Eric Cross just said that's how they used to do the pole shuffle was King of the Hill style. He believes that this year was the first year they did qualifying.
Oh.
Oh.
Ah.
Well, I found it rather interesting, Eric. You have that brand new-ish 2016 Chubby chassis that you got from the Beaters. Put that thing together and come on up for a race, and we'll do it up here.
Yeah. It's time to get our thinking caps on.
All right.
Excitement's at our hands. So, but yeah, again, Miles went down. I don't know if anybody else has. Looked like they had a great time, and
Yep.
wasn't able to get out of his feature. He started 7th, got 7th, 6th moved on. Haven't been able to have a conversation with him since he got back, but it'll be fun to catch up with him. What a great experience.
Oh,
that'd
you
be fun.
you got to get
That'd
on
be
it down
so
there.
fun.
It's 10 laps, and you got to be
Yeah.
on it. You got to
don't-
go.
You don't have time to think.
No,
I think there was around 390 entries, and still at the end of it all, Kyle Larson
Yeah.
and Christopher Bell are winding up through
we
here.
started
So-
this. We started the deal.
So-
So we have a 75-inch TV and we have a 42-inch TV, and we started with the Chili Bowl on the small TV, the 42, and then Winter Nationals on the big one. It didn't take us long, and we had them
Had
swapped.
'em flipped.
Because the entertainment value on the Chili Bowl versus the Winter Nationals, it
Right.
ain't even close.
Right.
It's not even close.
Like, that's kind of like the Tulsa shootout. Once I started to figure out who's who and this and that and how it worked, I'm like, this is actually pretty entertaining.
Yep.
I think that deal is going to keep getting bigger and bigger, too.
Because
know.
the Tulsa shootout, they raced the sprint cars, the
yeah,
minis,
micros and
and then whatever. There was some other
yeah.
stuff. I don't know.
I tell you what, I've said it on here before, but I'm going to say it again. Scaled down racing is the future. It just is. Not just to fit in our dream dome, but it just works because half-ton pickups pull them.
Oh, yeah.
we
Well,
But they
need
had
to
that.
realize the
Did you
importance
see
of
that
this.
pit shot though? At any point in time, did you see the pit shot
Yeah.
from the Chili Bowl?
There's a lot of big trailers.
Yeah,
But
there
there are
was.
20 cars in them.
yeah, there was that one that was right up
was
front. There was
oh.
15 cars or some damn thing.
more of
Yeah.
a local level. I mean,
Right.
Yeah,
We've grown to have so much of everything, and it's
Oh.
we're just out of control. Where that scaled down racing, you can be anything you want to be with even smaller setups. So
it just reminds me of watching Boone compared to a half-mile racetrack.
Oh, yeah.
very
You
true.
know,
Right.
when you watch Boone versus IMCA modifieds on Knoxville,
Right.
it ain't even close. Or Oskaloosa,
great
or whatever.
comparison. Like I say, they just get strung out too far and too.
Yep.
And,
Well,
it takes so much to race on.
We've seen a lot of tracks go from a half mile. They bring them in.
Bring 'em
Yep.
in,
You know.
yeah. Well, and these things you're talking about, both the dome and this, they called them a 5th mile, I think, which meant they might have been a 6th. The point is, it was the small. I mean, the bull ring racing. I like the scaled down cars.
It was entertaining.
You know,
The only thing I don't like about it is I don't think I'd fit.
you'd fit.
Think so?
They'd fit you in there, but when you look at guys like Kyle Larson get out,
Jeez. There's
And-
nothing to them.
Yeah.
No.
But that said,
Even-
they got
even-
Kyle Busch in one.
Well, that,
He struggled
yeah.
to get in and out, but
Yeah, I watched some of them videos when they were trying to get him in there.
Kyle
when he
Busch
was
is
getting
significantly
fitted,
bigger
yeah.
than the rest of them.
Right.
So, but he got in and out of
But
it.
even
and-
like, look at Ricky Thornton Jr. To me, he looks like he's lost a lot of weight, you know,
Yeah.
and I think it's
Yeah.
just from, you
It
know,
just-
he's kind of like the Kyle Larson too. He'll race whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So I think those guys just have to be.
RTJ shot back for his qualifier and come up one
Right.
short also, but been nice to see him maybe get in there.
yeah,
He had gotten 4th in one of his qualifier A mains I seen earlier. So, like you say, Smallsy, he races anything and everything, and his car owner lets him bebop back and forth. He was at Golden Isles there, going back and forth on that with his late model racing.
we
so-
always talk about Kyle Larson, but sneakily right behind him is a guy named Christopher Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can
Well,
wheel
okay.
anything.
But here's the deal. Wasn't he kind of like
His contract with Joe Gibbs said he couldn't go do
Right,
stuff like that.
right.
And Joe Gibbs, I guess, allowed it this year or whatever. They reworked his contract to allow him to go do stuff
Right.
like that. But a lot of it comes from, I think, Kyle Larson doing what he does and being so good
Yeah.
because it all translates. Competition
yeah.
translates.
That would be the message I got from letting for Gibbs to let Christopher Bell do that, is that it makes them better at that show too.
Right.
Of course, Gibbs, I mean, they get so much sponsorship money that if the driver gets injured doing it, how do you explain it, to the major corporation? Well, he was out playing around with cars at Oklahoma. Why? Well, because he wants to be better in the big ones. I
Right.
don't get it.
Yeah.
But if you
Well,
notice,
it works if you watch Kyle Larson.
a lot of the
works,
big
so.
sponsors on the Cup cars are filtering down into
Right.
them guys.
Yeah,
Like
it
Kyle
is.
Busch had Lucas Oil all over
Oh,
his
yeah.
car, didn't he?
Yep.
No, no.
No, it was a good time.
But to me, I mean, Kyle Larson, he ain't a for sure to win that deal. Yeah, I mean, there's guys that are running those.
Well, he was going to get beat at the. Did you
Yeah.
watch the
Yeah.
feature?
I did.
They were on
I did.
him.
I think that had that lap traffic played out, Persley was paying attention.
Yep.
So I think that he had something. I think we got robbed of some lap traffic moves there. It never hurts to be lucky, and he was. I mean, he climbed the wall there. The banner was kind of coming down. He finished it off and was able to still keep his position. They had that yellow, which took the lap traffic out of it, but
He
yeah.
was literally
It was
coming out of the corner
Yeah,
and
he was
riding
on.
the wall and then coming
Yeah.
down.
yeah.
It's crazy.
when the
I saw
banner
a
went-
late model do that last weekend too.
Did he come back down and continue going?
Yeah, to the infield.
to the infield. Didn't get knifed on the way.
Dylan Thornton.
So then we had while that was going on, we had Winter Nationals.
Winter Nationals, Arizona.
We had some locals down there.
Quite
Gabe,
a few.
Gabe Deshaw was down there.
Let's see if you can name them all.
I can't. Gabe Deshaw, Chris Tuchscher was down there.
With two
Chris
cars.
was
With two
both
cars.
cars. Gabe
Yep.
had both cars.
Yeah, Gabe, both cars.
Yep.
Well, the Biella was down there. I think
Yeah.
Biella's and the Johnsons had. Well,
17 cars.
Yeah, between the two of them. Tate Johnson picks up his first modified win.
Yeah.
yeah.
Huge win down
what
there.
a
Yeah.
place to pull that one, huh?
Right.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Congrats to Tate. I know
Nice
Brady.
job.
I think Brady was struggling a little bit. Who am I missing? There's probably a lot.
Spencer.
There goes Spencer.
Strand, Berg.
Yep.
Storbakken. That's Storbakken's kid.
Yeah.
Cody.
Caleb.
Caleb. Who else?
Oh, dude,
I was going pretty good
Yeah,
there.
you were.
There,
You were hitting them.
I watched just about all of it.
had the 2TV thing going on.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Which volume
I
did
didn't
you have
actually
up?
rent any of that. I was catching the Facebook
I
highlights.
keep my remotes like this, so it's mute. I switch back and forth.
like the Wii machine.
Yeah, pretty much. Then you had Colin Hibden was down there.
Which is going to be in Iowa
Oh.
now.
X
Keena.
car. Yeah,
Keena.
there you go.
Keena was down there.
Levi Wald.
Yep.
Levi was down there with an A mod.
Yep.
Did he get married while he was down there?
Sure looks like it.
Sure looks like it. That's what I thought I seen on the box.
Who else was there? Levi only did the first week.
And got married the second week.
Yeah.
That's nothing official. We're just going with it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
My invitation was not in the mail.
Yeah. Well, you might have missed it.
Might get it about June.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Who else are we missing? Maybe that was.
Sorry,
about it.
guys, if we missed you. We're.
You don't get into watching that stuff?
Well, I do, but I just didn't that. I'm trying to get my car ready for your car show. So that's only
what
2 months away.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. You had all all last year to get
Yeah.
ready for this year.
I know it's
Is
a part.
there any
so,
updates on the new car?
New
we
car?
Yeah, about three more weeks. It sounds.
3 more weeks?
Like. Yeah, 2 or 3. 3, I'm going to say.
And then what is that, like, done? Roller or?
Well, I don't know. Adam's going to bring his home, and then I'll see what he has. Then I'll know what I get.
Oh.
That's how this is working. Adam's doing it all.
And then we're going to go have a Bills. we're gonna go have a build party and put it together for him.
Right,
Yeah.
because the new
That's
car
what they
should
tell
be
me.
at the
And I like everything I hear.
the new car should be at the car show.
Well, that's what Adam says, and I said, well, I got to do at least one that I have under me. So
Right.
so
Well, you work on that one, and it sounds like Brandon and Adam are putting
And
group
Brock.
to- and Brock are
Mark
gonna
putting together the
yeah,
other one.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's got to be green. So
yeah. What's the color? Don't know.
I haven't picked that yet. So I'll see what Adam's doing his today. So he'll be home tonight.
Oh
So
Like he's
We'll see.
rapping.
no, Adam
No.
went to get his today.
yeah. So
The
But
new
it-
one, but
but
it's
yeah.
coming. I think it's coming bare chassis with rear end.
No
yeah,
powder coat on
Oh
it.
no, I think it's
Oh.
powder coated. I don't know what
Yeah.
color, but
I think he's black.
I think it
frame.
comes
Frame.
Yeah.
the chassis and the
That's what
rear end.
that's what color frame. Yeah. The right. The other parts. I'm thinking I'm gonna have a black frame with yellow rear end and all that. That's what I'm thinking. I haven't done any yellow for a while, so I'm
I
kind of a
told
green
you
and
in the
yellow
group
guy.
chat. Yellow's bad luck,
Yeah.
but I keep
Well,
doing
then I'm
it.
attracted. I mean,
Yeah.
look at me. Look at me. I'm green.
Right.
Like Kermit says.
Maybe
it's hard
you
to be
should go
green.
yellow and I'll go green. We'll just switch it up.
Yeah.
What I like to hear though
I'm kind of a yellow
is
and green guy when I'm
Yeah.
on my game.
between Jorn, Adam, and Brock on this stock car deal. There's plenty of cars for me to jump into and play with at some point in
Yeah.
time.
So
Right?
you went out and bought a hobby stock.
See?
Now
That's technically for Max,
Oh.
but
Well, you
'cause
better come
the
over and do
sport
some
mods-
gardening if you're going to try to earn
the
some
sport
points.
mod's gone in Max's world.
you better get to plowing some fields.
Yeah. How you pulling weeds?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, things are starting to happen. So, but yeah, the car show you got it. What I believe the fourth, the fifth, and sixth.
The fourth is move in, and the fifth
Yeah.
and sixth is the. We only got 2 rooms, so get there early
Oh, yeah. Well,
We doing the Facebook Lives again? I'm guessing
if you want to.
moving the
heck yeah,
studio up there.
Yeah.
heck
If you
yeah.
want to carry the table.
Well, we take the legs off and
Yeah.
2
Might
months,
as well. Yeah.
maybe 2 months and 2 weeks.
No.
Well, we better just say 2 months, because
It's only 2 months.
yeah,
It's February on Saturday.
and there's only 28 days in February,
Yeah.
so
Right.
kind of.
So let's just say a month and a half.
There's no extra half week
Yeah,
in February.
right.
It's a 4-weeker.
Yeah.
Right.
There
You don't
is
get
no
3 more days on the end.
You're right.
Interest is due in
Ye-
4 weeks,
Yeah.
not 4 weeks and 3 days. So,
Yeah, the
Yeah.
car show's coming up in a hurry.
Mhm.
I guess that Arizona deal, Tate won, Gabe ran pretty good, and then
He was leading points, and then he got in a wreck the one night, right?
he lost
he lost a
a
muffler.
muffler
And got
and DQ.
yeah, but he was still right up there in points even after that.
Yeah, I think they were. What did they get down to, 4th or 3rd or something? And then then that's right. The next night he got in a wreck, and things just went downhill quick. But they blew a motor up in the stock car.
Car broke a motor.
Yeah, I think what is he running second when that happened? I'm pretty
Yep.
sure he was. So
He was
yeah.
looking good in both.
Oh,
Yeah.
really good. And then bad luck started to roll in, and
Yeah.
Tukshire,
That's
he ran pretty decent, but he also stuffed the nose into the fence, had some bad luck. They straightened it out, and
Used a trailer bed
Yeah.
and some wenches and come-alongs and porta powers and straightened it out.
it looks like they did a pretty good job because he ran pretty decent even after that. So,
So
Sean,
I'm guessing that stock car he bought. I haven't got to talk to Tukshire. Must have came as number 67 or
Yeah.
is it 67?
67, yeah.
Must have came as 67 as he
It-
bought it. So
I think, well, he called me about using my trailer to go get it, and I had mine already in there, and I wasn't moving at the time very good. So, I think he bought it turnkey. I'm pretty sure he said he went over there and they got him in there and it was ready to go.
and he's going. Okay.
That's how he got it. Yeah. So,
I don't even know what kind of chassis it is or nothing. So
I think he told me it's nothing. I don't think it's too new, but it seems to work. He looked pretty good in it.
Stock cars are
Well-
always kind of the same. The ones I have are 12s. I don't know.
Did he? No, he didn't win in that. He won in the
he
mod.
won in the mod
before the
at the turkey deal, the
Yes.
Thanksgiving deal.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, right before the Winter Nationals
Yep, he won in the mod.
in the mod.
Sean Strand having great runs.
Yeah, Sean did really, really good down there. Looked good every night.
Jason Berg had some decent runs going on too. So
Yep.
I just seen the results. I didn't.
There was
I didn't rent
actually
anything.
there was a lot of people from North Dakota there. There was quite a few people from the east side. Pavlicek was there.
Right.
A couple stock car guys. I don't really know who they were, but the one guy,
Wishick area guys.
the one guy won the one night.
Yeah, Todd did.
Heinrich.
Yeah, Heinrich. There you go.
Fargo regular.
Yeah.
Yep. Him and Rick Schultz are real good friends. Yeah. Yeah, it was exciting to see, and he, it looked like he backed it up. It looked like he got out of there with a runner-up overall. Shelby Williams had the championship, and Todd got second. So good on those guys. Yeah.
And Shelby Williams building his own car.
Yeah, that's what they said. That's a
I didn't catch
home-built
that.
car.
Yep.
Oh.
Built by him.
But he's not building cars, is what I.
No, it's the
He
stuff
just-
him and his dad has learned over the years, and they just
Prototyping their
Yeah.
own deal.
But they're
because he was a B&B guy.
yeah. Well, I thought they said he still kind of has that deal, or
Right.
but they just wanted to do their own thing. Thought I seen an interview or something like.
Yeah, he
this.
basically explained this. He goes, we were fast doing this stuff a few years ago. We went away from it because we thought this was faster. I wanted to build my own stuff and go back to this.
Right.
This is what we were fast with. Why did we go away from it? And we question that a lot in our world. Why we're winning races.
That's where I'm at. A 250-pound left rear spring, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah.
Those other
Yeah.
things are for, I don't know, pogo sticks. I don't
Right.
know.
Yeah.
So those 80-pound things. Yeah.
Oh, well,
It's
we're
my own
racers.
little world.
We just
It
can't
always
leave-
cycles back
yeah.
around.
You just can't leave it alone.
Yeah. If it was fast 5 years ago, it'll be fast again in a couple more years.
Right. Just
Yeah.
It's just a
just
big
wait it
circle.
out. Wait it out.
Yeah, just hang in there.
Yeah, so we had good representation down there for the
Yeah.
2 weeks. That was 8 nights, 4 1 week, 4
Yeah.
the next week.
Good results. I thought
At
North
Central
Dakota's
Arizona now rather than Kokopah. It doesn't sound like Kokopah will ever be a racetrack again, from what I understood.
Sounds
Yeah.
like some insurance stuff
Yep.
that just isn't going to get
I
figured out.
don't know the
so.
insights of it, but
Oh.
Yeah, Brad Whitfield there had come from the Yuma
Yep.
deal up to Casa Grande, and it looked like he's doing well with what he's doing.
Yeah.
so.
So this place they didn't have a wall.
if you watch 1 year ago, Brock won a feature there in a stock car. The place
yeah.
looks completely different. There was no wall.
Right.
There was. He put a wall all the way around it, put the signs up,
Yeah.
and basically not only like his theory is it keeps the cars on the track and you don't have to throw as many yellows. Keeps them in
Right.
an area.
Yeah.
And you don't have the guys going off, and then it also opened up a whole backstretch for pitting
Right.
because they would not have had enough pitting.
Pinning.
Because of
you
no
know,
containment.
Because of the containment now, he opened up the backstretch, and then they put the signboards up because that's your
Yeah.
like catch fence.
Oh, they've been using it.
Yeah,
Like I said, Dylan Thornton, he had all 4 tires up there. It was pretty wild in a late model.
Reminds me of the time the sprint car got stuck in the deal
Yeah.
at Grand Forks.
Yeah.
I feel like he needs to take a look at his shaping a little bit. Maybe adjust a little bit of the shape of the racetrack. Because I just felt like this year over the previous year at Kokopah was a little bit more one-lane-ish.
Right.
It got single file a lot and quick and laid rubber really fast.
Right. It was
To pick it apart a little bit for me,
Yep.
I would say the corners are way too wide, as in arced.
Yeah, they need to pull the straightaways in.
Yeah,
Right.
get straightaways closer together because the guys were way too hard on the gas pedal. It looked like an engine eater to me.
well, a lot of people have said that it is super fast.
Yeah.
Right.
I heard stock
You-
cars pulling a 600 gear. That is a mile per hour, baby.
You're right.
That's fast. So.
And it's got to be because you're not losing a bunch of RPM, so your motors up there. It's
Right.
got to be hard on engines.
That's what I'm saying. It's just eating engines. The corners are too big. You don't stop. So
Yeah.
It's almost like a
So-
Williston deal.
I said
Yeah.
it looked like Williston on steroids. That's just what I said.
Right.
Yeah, big and round.
Right. Wilson.
And
I
that's,
mean, it
that's,
is
thought.
that's almost what they have to do in Williston. Back in the, I'd call it back in the day, maybe 10, 15 years ago, when Williston had straightaways. You got to bring the straightaways in to where it's an actual straightaway.
Right.
That's when the racing was the best.
Oh, yeah.
I say Williston only has one. The debate is, where is it?
Yeah.
I think it's on the front. A lot of people think it's on the back, but yeah. So
No, it was interesting watching it at a different facility. I thought they did a good job.
I don't know. My opinion, I thought the place is better with the wall.
Well, I think it did better with the wall.
Because it seemed like that place would throw cars off all the time.
Right.
Before.
Well, I think the wall improved it, but it became up against the wall almost every night.
Right.
Looked pretty fast on top of the clips that I saw on.
Which I think, the way it looks, he's got quite a bit of equipment and.
But it was almost in us watching. It was almost like clockwork, and we're just talking about it. We're not criticizing because that's just who we are. We're just dirt trackers. It was almost like clockwork. They'd go out and work the track. Everybody would go to the top, and in that 25, 30 lap feature or whatever, by the end of it, everybody was in the middle on rubber.
Right. Right.
There was just no stopping it.
Right.
Because the last 15 to 20 cars in the field, they don't have the ability to run the top. With speed, so they're burning their tires off in the middle of the track.
Like, to me,
laying the rubber down.
To me, that place went. The little bit I watched the year before, the bottom seemed like it was always the dominant place
Because there wasn't no banking in Kokopah.
Right.
Down or
no. In Central area, because if you got going too fast around the top or the top got dirty, you just flew off.
Yeah.
So everybody or not too many people used it. Well, now you got that wall up there, it catches it. And builds a little bit of a cushion. So now that's too fast. So I think he's just, once he plays around, once he gets it figured out, next year I think it's going to be.
You're putting 8 nights of racing on in 2 weeks. You're not going to reshape a track.
No.
Basically, your goal is to re-prep the track to go racing again.
And you're not going to tell anything when you have practice. You ain't going to tell nothing. Not until you start racing.
Racing for money.
Right.
That's when it shows up.
Right.
Well, and again, just reflect on that. Smalls, you're getting, your involvement at NODAC, and it's crazy how just the smallest adjustment can change things because you're building it for a 4-class night.
Right.
You got what I call artificial traction and stock cars. But at any rate, to make that competitive for everybody, that is a tough deal. Bounce back a little bit back to the Chili Bowl. I thought Chili Bowl did a good job of making a bottom line and a top line. They had to mow that top down a few times, and you had to Superman it to get up in it. But at least the inside lane could still stay in the hunt.
Right.
So, Kyle got up there, and Kyle's Kyle. But you take him out of it, I thought there was pretty good racing amongst the mortal people. And
we talk about sun all the time. Well, Chili Bowl, they're in a building.
Yeah.
But when they go out there in water, if they put too much water somewhere, they could wreck the whole racetrack in a hurry because then that lane would get so dominant for so long, it's over,
It'll be slick, but then it tractions up.
And
they had a Lele. I thought that was interesting.
Right.
And they actually went out and bladed that cushion back down.
Because it
was fun to watch how that moved around.
Right.
I thought there was something to learn there. So,
but you could tell just like watching that event, it's a science to this deal.
You could tell the ones involved.
They've been taking notes.
Because everybody has an opinion.
You're right.
But only 3 guys get to fix it. So,
Yeah.
So you're right, taking notes. But, man, when you hit it, the entertainment value is real. It was a good race. Like I say, had they been going through traffic, I think we'd have saw some lead changes.
And like when I was
helter-skelter sliders.
When I was laying at home there, that's what I did. I went back and watched, pretty much every night from last year. Just, seeing how our track started at the beginning of the year to what we had at the end of the year. And, I thought we were pretty good all year, but them first 3-4 nights versus the last, go around, I'm like, we improved big time, which is good. But that was a lot of Tom and I going back and forth, moving dirt. We were never, let's just say, never happy. But we were always trying to work on getting better or, going back and forth.
You stayed grounded, but yet you were critical in a constructive way.
Right.
So,
And I don't know, Tom seems to be way more happy than me because he always tells me I'm worrying way too much. But if you're not working to be perfect, but there's just so much, to me, there's just so much into this track prep deal that.
You guys are just making notes or making comment about how Casa Grande went from a bottom track to where they put up a wall, and of course it looked pretty fast on top to me.
Right.
So then you got to manage that going forward. You want racy. You want to see that. The people paying to watch want to see that slider. They want to see some close calls, if you will.
And now we're kind of starting all over again because we did a bunch of work at the end of the year to Nodak. Like we moved the corner 4 wall. That does not wrap around the corner anymore. That comes straight out, goes past that light pole. And Tom built the corners. He brought them in and built them up. The track is nowhere near as wide, but it's way taller. He moved a lot of dirt. The place looks.
I heard you guys are fixing stuff. I did not drive down to see any changes, but
We're hoping like now you can roll around that top side of 4 way easier. Where like you got to the middle of 4, then you had that wall. You had to start coming down. Where hopefully now you can just stay up there, and we kind of get everybody coming off like this instead of together.
well,
But-
again, good on you guys because again, it's easy to talk about. It's hard to make it. It is.
Right.
I get it. But like you shared, what the year started with and what it ended with was a positive direction for you guys, and I thought the racing was good. So yes, I see you flashing things up
Yeah,
there.
are you
so.
working over here or what?
Yeah, you guys go ahead.
Yeah. You had 3 months.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know what I did
it was
here.
the hour before we turned it on. That
That was crazy, wasn't it?
oh no,
No, you're good.
by name.
Yeah.
Jesus, we're gonna be on pictures in the
I gotta
post
figure
office.
out why it's doing this. It's not letting it.
What, naming us?
You're good.
Are we supposed to talk about the Watford City? We're moving on.
Well, we've done
We-
winter. We've done
Yeah.
winter. We're an hour into this deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody even watching?
Yeah, there's still 30-some.
Reset up to end
Well,
of January.
Ask them what they want to talk about.
I already did, but nobody's really commenting tonight.
Oh,
they
we got
just
sleepers.
sleep-
Sleepers.
Yeah.
Well, they got the same problem we got. Too much winter nap.
Yeah. Well, tax season's rolling around. Should we talk about racing financials? Get your taxes in. Either you're going to be paying or getting a big return so you can buy some race car parts to get your car done for the.
If you're
Car
paying,
show.
you didn't do a good enough job.
Right, yeah.
Do better at saving receipts,
Right.
writing it off.
Something, yeah.
You can lose money for a few years before the IRS catches on.
Get that race car operation loan paid off now, and then get the new one coming in around car show time, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Again.
You must have took yours
Again.
out. Hey, you must have took
Again.
yours out early because you got a new car coming.
Yeah. Well, when you're seasonal, you got to be doing big thinking during the season, not the off season. So. Oh dang.
Don't tell me you got a new hauler. Did you get that?
Oh God.
Not yet.
Baby steps,
Yeah.
dude. Baby steps.
The green machine's got another 20 in it.
Yeah. For the last 10 years, I said it's got another year in it. It's got another year in it. Yeah.
So it's got another.
It's got another year in it. Check the oil.
Kick the tires.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not flat on the bottom. It's ready.
Taylor Heaton just asked if there's practice night before the Minot opener.
Well, yeah. I need practice.
I seen Mandad's schedule, and they have practice day April 12th.
Well, you guys have your doubleheader when?
The end of April, like the
Yeah.
25th and 6th, or something like
Do you
that.
have a practice listed for the week before?
No, it's
Oh,
Good
okay.
Friday week.
Oh,
Ours
yeah,
is
it's Easter's the
yeah.
20th, so
throws everybody for a loop.
yeah, it kind of messes with everybody, doesn't it?
Right.
you could do it between Good Friday and Easter.
Thought about it.
Taylor
Saturday.
Heaton
No.
being on here. Did you watch the? You watched the Winter
No,
Nationals?
there's a practice right after the car show, the next weekend. So what would that be? The 13th?
So it'd be the same as.
Okay, say well, Mandan's 12th.
Mandan's the 12th, and we're the 13th.
We're gonna have to get back
next day.
together and start releasing the whole schedule for every track.
I
or
got it
something.
right here.
Well, I got
then
you, but I don't
Mandan's
have
got-
anything loaded.
I
in
got
yet.
that calendar thing you made too, so I
Mandan's got a rain date for practice day.
yeah.
Did you see that? Like the 24th, or I don't know what day
it's
it was.
it's I think it's the weekend of Good Friday.
I think it is.
I was like, maybe
Oh,
they don't
boy.
have Good Friday down there. I don't know. Or Easter.
Well, all you can do is put it on there. What's the worst thing
Yeah.
going to happen? They're not going to have it.
Well, just like our race in
Right.
October, yeah. Like we talked to the fair. Craig's like, well, we must put it on there. If it's snowing, we won't have it. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's the line I used on you about starting in April when you didn't want to. Now you're using it on me, so
Yeah.
whatever. At least we're on the same page finally.
They're way easier to cancel than they are to schedule. So
Yeah. That's what I said when I was trying to get the April doubleheader. He's like,
what are you thinking, dude?
I said, if we don't put it on the schedule, we can't even do it. And so then when I went back to him about the October thing, he's like, well, if we don't put it on the schedule, we can't even do it. I'm like, you're using my line now.
It's so easy. Everyone should do it.
I was looking at
about Taylor. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You're good. Keep going.
No.
Well, I was looking at our My Race Pass today at Nodax, and I'm like, geez, it just seems like we got a lot going on this year. So I click on 2024, and it's like 23 nights, 22 nights or something or whatever, and I'm just like, what is it? 30 nights this year? What are we doing?
I tell you,
It's starting in
as
April.
a selfish race car driver, your schedule is awesome. As a board member, I don't know what you're doing, but as a selfish race car driver, I love your schedule.
Jeez.
Wowsy.
We must have
You
healed.
got anything?
We must have healed fast because
You must be printing money.
I don't know about that, but
That's awesome, man. I'm excited for it.
I'm pretty sure I said
that
it.
is an exciting schedule.
I'm pretty
It
sure
truly
I
is.
said at the board meeting last night, either we're going to be rich or we're going to be really broke. But it's going to be a good time this summer.
Yeah.
So hopefully people show up because we need lots of them.
Holy smokes, you're having the home run derby in August. Wow.
250,000 from June 29th to the end of Motor Magic.
Woo. Is it cold in here or is it me? That's awesome, man.
People
So-
better show up.
Before that,
The Green
though,
Machine and I will be at the gate.
Wait, you might have a modified there, huh?
Well,
I was
yeah,
thinking about that all day today.
That's farther out than most of my talk, so that's a ways out there, but it's not impossible.
It's
but-
400 to start.
Well,
The last time that mod race,
it's
that's
things
what
like
it was
that,
to
so-
win.
Well, I'd like to be a part of it because it's a Monty Lundy deal at least,
Right.
but in my nostalgic 95 custom car. but again, that's way out there. There's,
Hey,
there's a few
weren't
things
you?
in-
Weren't you just saying things coming around in
Yeah, well,
95,
yeah.
2025, 30?
a stock rear clip modified. What are you doing with that? Well, the day is young. We'll find out. So-
Stand by for news.
right.
It's dark at 8:30 now. We
Yeah.
might be a go.
Yeah, the world might be coming to it. All I've done is keep it inside. That's all.
The tires are not flat on the bottom side.
Yeah,
right?
they're not
Right.
flat on the bottom. So
Hopefully, you can get the same tires on it from 95.
we did go out and practice with it here a couple falls ago
Right.
now, so it wasn't bad. It didn't have the attitude of all the craziness of today.
I don't know if you need that all the time.
Well, it didn't feel bad. So, Oh.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of racing inside,
Here we
and
go.
scaled down racing, and the fact that we haven't talked since the last time we did the Bakken shootout. Here we
Yeah.
are, huh?
Yeah, here we are. Here we are,
Wow.
the Bakken shootout. Here's what I did, guys. I screwed up my screen in front of us here, so you guys are actually seeing the preview screen. You're not seeing what the people at home are seeing. Well, you are when I do something like this. I screwed that up. So that's what I was kind of messing with, trying to fix that, and I never got it fixed.
Well, let's see what we got here. We got practice on Friday.
Yeah. Bakken shootout, number 1 for 2025, number 2 for the winter here that we've had. We had one back in October. Maybe not the biggest turnout of cars per se in the Legends.
Right. Continue. Yeah.
But
yeah, the
now-
Legends were down, but the Legend Nationals are going on at the same time, so
Yep.
we got to make sure
So
those
now
things don't
this
happen
is an
anymore.
INEX Legends sanctioned event.
I see that. I like that.
Yep.
From our point of view, which is in that wooden box,
Yep.
I like that because people like to chase sanctioned stuff. So
And this is we'll be down there again, sitting trackside. I'll try to bring it to you on Darn TV. I'm not going to bring all my equipment down that I brought last year. It's just a little bit too much to try to set up, and everything came home filthy dirty, and I had to clean it all again.
yeah, it was dirty. I helped you load it.
Right. It
was
was
dirty.
not fun. So I'm going to try to downsize what I'm bringing just to do a simple one, because I can't do graphics and I can't do all that stuff because we don't have live timing and scoring and we don't have this, that, whatever. I can go on for days, but it's all good. We're going to bring you some racing indoors at the Wofford City, again, Mackenzie County Ag Expo. It was a good time.
I'm going to reference back to a little while back here. I don't know, time goes by fast, a month ago or whatever. But Aaron Turnbull got on there and was talking to the Slingshot guys about what a unique event this is and how much it helps those young racers learn how to work the steering wheel and the pedals. Because typically all the tracks they're just driving around wide open.
Right.
I mean, it's a gear deal and hang-on gene. So Aaron got on there, and I like how Aaron sold that because he says this is a chance that you actually get to race like we big cars race normally. You know, where you're hitting your brake points or you're trying to stay low on the bottom off the gas or whatever you're doing. And I thought that was exactly right.
I got a $1 million business idea, and I don't want to say it, but
so
we're missing the boat on this Slingshot deal. It should be like hockey, basketball. Somebody with some money to get something going needs to, like, I don't know how you do it, but
Have a year-round deal, basically, or what?
No. You need to have, like, to me, the food, that big building on Burdick over by the Mesa that's been for sale forever.
yeah.
You need something like that. You build a track, and you have, like, 10 Slingshots, and what you do is parents pay just like hockey boosters. You pay this fee. Your kid comes Monday, Tuesday, the kid shows up. You go through, they work on the car. Thursday night is a practice. They go out there and run laps. You have a coach or teacher, teaches them how to drive. Saturday morning, they show up at 11. That kid races. He does it for 3 months or whatever. And then if the parent wants to sign him up again, sign him up again.
Almost like a class.
To me, it would be like hockey. What do you do right now with a 5-year-old or like Kendra right now, 8 years old? Monday, Tuesday, practice. Saturday morning, game. Monday, Tuesday, practice. Saturday, game. We got to get, how do you, not every parent can afford to go out and buy a $7,000 Slingshot, but they could probably afford a, 2-3 month class at $400 or whatever. But you
At
teach
a rental car type presentation.
Yeah, but you're teaching the kid how to work on it, and then he gets to practice driving it, and then he gets to race it,
Does like 2 hours on Monday night, 2 hours on Tuesday night, maybe Wednesday night off for church.
To me, I was thinking a 45-minute to an hour, just the basics of the, a hockey practice is an hour, gymnastics is an hour, whatever, basketball is an hour. But
That's an interesting, it's
night one is just servicing and bolt checking,
Right.
going through a whole checklist.
Yep.
You have a checklist. The kid goes through,
learning the art
Boom,
of the
boom,
racing
boom.
sport.
100%. Teach them how to work on it.
Night two, you get it ready to be set up. You maybe put it on a smaller set of scales, and you make sure everything is doing everything, and he's ready to go.
Yep. And then Thursday night, you start doing the training on the driving end. Saturday, you cut them loose. Let them race.
Teach the apex of the corner type of deal, brake points, gas, easing it on.
Guys, it's something as simple as making sure your suit, your helmet, your race seater,
100%.
all of that. That's the stuff that nobody, like, I watch Max, my own son. He takes all that shit. He doesn't do any helmet, anything suit-wise until like 5 minutes before he gets in the car.
But how would he – to me, these kids and these Slingshots, we're putting them right out on the big stage.
Right.
Who's teaching them?
Yeah.
Right. And,
where do you teach them?
And
well, my thinking is we always say most of the people that get involved in racing have either got a dad or an uncle. They got how do you get into this sport where that would open it up to
everyone,
the school people type of deal.
100%. You might call me crazy, but if I had the money to try it, I would do it in a heartbeat. I don't think it can be done in the summer. I don't think you're going to get enough kids to do it.
Right.
Yeah. But if you do it in the fall and the winter, they may want to do it in the summer.
Well, no, the
There-
summer's
so-
when they buy their car and they go
Right.
race it.
There you go.
You can get in 10 cars. You get in 10 cars to do your program, and then maybe you sell them cars or
Right.
you
can,
lease them out for the summer. Hey, go ahead.
Yep.
You lease this car for X amount of dollars for the summer. You go race it, bring it back in
Make
the
it
fall.
more of a school sport type of deal.
100%.
Yeah, I think you got something going on there.
I mean, obviously
just-
you need a big building, but
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're somewhat kind of available around. I guess I don't know. I mean,
I've seen
And-
stuff raced on hockey rinks. So I mean,
right.
that size would fulfill the need for what you're describing. I think so.
But I mean, to me, I mean, look at how the hockey, the basketball. I mean, to me, a lot of these sports are turning into year-round sports so early on in life
Yep.
that
I reference that. I mean, when I was in school, nobody did anything in summertime,
right.
and now it never stops.
It
just
never
stops. So
But to me, how are we going to get younger kids into racing?
yeah, that's always been the criticism, as I just shared. I mean, we see racers and we see their children racing type of
Yep.
deal, or at least you're related to them type of deal.
Like we
this
tried to
would
get
open it up to
Kendra
everyone.
going last year in that slingshot. We'd take her to Botano, deal, she gets hit or whatever. And now I can't get her to get back in it. But you don't even have a place to take her to even get practicing to even
Yeah.
And it's hard to take her to
I mean-
something like this Watford deal because practice is so high pace.
100%.
Because you're going out there with guys like Eli Turnbull, Sebo, Slato.
Right.
These guys are going out and they're practicing.
Yeah, they're
You
they're-
need Kendra
they're
to-
already another level.
They're doing the fine tuning where Kendra needs to just do it.
Yeah.
right.
Yep.
And we ain't nowhere near fine tuning.
And there ain't the
We're just
room
doing it.
there to have somebody going half the speed of everybody else.
Right. That's kind of
That right there is a conversation in itself. Is just getting people from this table to in a car and on
Yep.
dirt
Yep.
without being overwhelmed by experienced drivers.
and a big thing, okay, there's some kids that already, they went this step. Tucker started at 7, and he's going, But, it is funny. A couple people said to me last year, I mean, Smalls, you put yourself in their shoes, 7 years old, down in Underwood, trying to pull out onto the track, and you see all these people and all this commotion.
I'm
Right.
nervous. Yeah.
So are you chasing somebody away right away because we just don't have a smaller –
we don't have a better entry to it.
That's yeah.
No, I think you got something going on there. Like you say, key deal would be to have some funding and have some cars available. But
To me, like in the hockey world, you're almost throwing a bantam kid out there playing against a mite.
Yep.
Yeah.
How's that going to work?
yeah,
Not good.
discouraged before you get going.
100%.
Yeah. No, that's actually fairly constructive. Again, you never know where we're going on
Right,
this deal.
right.
But,
That's where this Wofford City deal, I
would
think
share
it's
your concern with how to get people into the sport without overwhelming them.
right.
Without them feeling like they're 3 laps behind before they even get going. And they are at that moment, but they'll catch that fast in the right environment.
Right. And I mean, I'm just going off of whatever Aaron was saying. I mean, I think he was kind of explaining almost the same thing. He just didn't go in depth. And this has kind of popped in my head about 2-3 weeks ago when I'm laying there staring at the wall.
But
I'm like, why do we not have this?
and that very
Yeah.
thing, you and I talked
That's
about
a
it.
good point.
We-
We're talking about two different things that,
Right.
that are relatable, though.
Right.
Yeah.
But we talked about that very thing, what Aaron said in his post and stuff. We talked about it down there in October
Yeah.
as we were sitting there. This
yeah.
is the best
as
place.
we were announcing, because
Yes,
you're
they-
not you get off the gas. Your brake
Oh.
point matters.
Kids like, I bring up Eli and Slato because they were kind of the cream of the crop down there. They kind of had things figured out.
Mm-hmm.
They learned more in that day than they did
The last
2 summers of racing on a Nodak or an Estevan.
Right.
What they're learning in Watford City is their sport mod beginning,
Yep.
Right.
because Sladen's doing that this spring. So, and Eli can't be far behind. So yeah, it's Aaron's exactly right. He's trying to offer the situation to where established drivers can get their game right. Where
Right.
you're saying, hey, we need a program to get people that literally don't know anything about anything to come out and experience it
Right.
amongst their own speed of people. That's so important to a beginner
Yep.
is to not be overwhelmed by the experienced driver. Yeah, that's a great point. That is a great point. I like Aaron's deal that you know you're already existing, and this is gonna tune you up. And he's right; it will tune you up. Even though you enter the corner side by side, because right now they're just hammered down. Minot, Esteban, wherever they don't ever lift.
Minot, one thing I learned Minot is almost where we can't even have slingshots.
It's too big.
It's just too big. Yeah,
It is dangerous.
They're flying.
I'd like to see you guys put that little track back up in 3 and 4.
Robbie,
I like that for this reason.
Robbie he's like, Smalls, stand down here in 3. And I'm like, no, I don't want to. Because I'm responsible for this. They're moving. He's like, they're hauling ass. I said, Robbie, look at the lap times. I said, they're not far off from a hobby.
Eli went
These
over
kids are
and
9.
landed back on the wheels off the nose of that other car.
Yep.
Holy smokes!
And I got parents say, you need to race them more. No, we don't. No.
I like the track that you infielded way back when. So for this reason, slow them down and
Right.
get the driving brake points and steering into it.
And I thought about that too. I'm like, okay, do we make another track in the infield? Slingshots race Wednesday nights. Is that where we're headed?
That's an interesting concept. I mean, Mandad's taking them on full time. They parked the compacts. They're bringing in slingshots. But again, same problem. Gigantic racetrack. I mean, we just talked about Arizona being a gigantic racetrack to a stock car.
And
These are gigantic tracks for
the slingshots did put on some pretty
slingshots.
good close racing. I mean, we had some badass races down to the wire.
Mm-hmm.
Fans, I think, got into it. But I do think there's a lot of fans that are like, oh, we got to watch this,
Mm-hmm.
But is it something we can sell on a Wednesday night
That's an interesting twist, too.
where
You're promoting the beginning of the new driver. I mean, because they're out at 14 anyway.
right?
That's an interesting twist. I mean, we can talk for hours and maybe not tonight, but that's a good point. You should write that down so we don't lose that thought.
Well, I'm not a writer. I'm a talker. I've been telling Holly that. I said, you need to just follow me around so you can just type because you
Yeah.
type so fast and
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Can't we talk into our phones and then go back and
Oh, you
listen
should see some of my texts.
it to yourself?
Yeah.
I'm not sure where that's at. I need that.
I got a lot of notes on my phone.
Great points. Great points. And again, I suspect that the slingshot count should be really up there. I mean, kids are in school. I'm not sure what that means for sure because these are all school-age competitors. But,
I love the name thing now.
oh, God.
You like that?
Oh, that's
There'll be
awesome.
pictures at the post office.
You should just switch it up one night and you just do random names.
Oh, just
Oh, no.
yeah.
Well, so far, so good.
It's kind of cool though. That way they know who we are.
Yeah.
Because
'Cause
we
we
do a
get-
terrible job of introducing
Right,
ourselves.
and we
Yeah,
just
that's
don't
what you
realize
said.
how many new people tune in all the time. Now they
Who
know.
are these clowns talking
We
about racing?
at no point did we say our names at the beginning of the show. We went straight into
Yeah.
Talking
Yeah.
about what did we start talking
hockey.
about? Oh yeah.
We had landed on hockey at the beginning.
Yeah. Daylight savings time.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, daylight
see,
savings.
we don't even know what we started with. This
It's
is
been
a
an
quality
hour.
show.
It's been an hour.
Corey Palm has checked in.
Hey.
Zach Heidebrink has checked in.
Well, see, now we're getting some traction.
Yeah.
Ryan Schlecht has checked in.
I
Chris Yost has checked
did you
in.
see on? Well, you don't have Facebook.
Well, I
but
do, but
I was talking shit about our own show the other day.
I didn't even
What?
pay attention.
Yeah, I said I think the show got canceled.
This one?
Yeah, that's what I told
Oh.
Brian. That's why.
Oh,
It was
that
just
this
taking a
show
nap.
got canceled.
Because I made a post about maybe sprint cars at Nodak. And he's
Oh.
like, "Is it?" I think he said something like, "Is this the new show on information or something, or getting information?" I said, "Yeah, I think the other show got canceled."
Oh,
But-
Smallsy, you're going to start rumors.
That's what. Well, it's been quiet, so I figured I was gonna try. But now here we're having a show just like that.
Well,
so.
we've talked about in the wintertime about like going through, like your little trading card book and stuff.
Yeah.
But we're going to run out of winter.
Yeah.
It's starting to be time to
This
be busy.
winter went quick.
We're 2 months from the car show. I'm nervous. I'm talking about it out loud. It's
Back to
showtime.
this though, really quick. February
Yeah.
14th, 15th. We're just a couple weeks away. Valentine's Day
Yep.
is practice. You don't have to be down there and practice. You can come down and check it out if you'd like. The 15th though is when the races start.
If you come down on the 14th and you're looking for something to do, my youngest daughter, Macy, is in girls wrestling. And that is the WDA in Watford City
No
for
way.
girls wrestling.
On the 14th.
On the 14th. So
Are you going to be down there on the 14th already?
Yes.
Are you
Yes.
just going to stay in a hotel room and come the
Well,
next day or what?
That's what Tina asked. I said I haven't checked in with Brandon yet. But
Well, I mean, I'll roll up a hotel room. It doesn't take nothing to get a hotel, so
well,
I'm okay.
so
That picture she posted or whoever posted where she's standing there like this. I'm thinking if I get another stock car, I am not hitting Jorn. Because I can tell you what, if I get
Macy's going to be security. I like it. I got to bounce it off her.
you should that picture should be put on the hood of your race car, and I bet you nobody touches you.
Oh, she's going to enjoy this. I'm going to have to play this for her now. So,
I think hockey players are tough, but when she's standing
Was it
there
on-
like
was it
this,
on-
I'm just like,
was it on Facebook? Who posted
yeah.
it?
I don't know. I
Tina
did-
had a deal on there. So.
I'm sure, yeah, but I'm like,
Well, Chris Tuchscher's got kids wrestling too, and of course, Chris is a wrestler and all things tough. So, but yeah, my youngest is hanging right in there.
yeah.
Was it that one?
Yeah. How'd you guess?
I don't want to. We don't want to embarrass her and put it on here, do
Bullwinkle.
we?
Jesus.
She's not scared.
Did you ever look like that?
No, I didn't do
Where'd
any
you
sports.
get that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's self-determined. We're excited for her for sure. So
You
went to rugby. She won the 155-pound deal. So
I think
good on her.
Lily, she's into wrestling.
Lily's into
Yeah.
wrestling. Yes. Drew's Lily. Drew and Kristen.
Yeah, Drew was
Kristen's Lily.
telling me that. Yeah, she gave a friend a ride home that was a wrestler and then talked her into it. And
Saving
Drew,
Nelson.
yeah,
She's doing it too. Heather and yeah, right. So
that girl wrestling, that's really taken off. Or
yeah, it is. It is. And then Minot, we co-op with Minot High. So
right, because
they won the tournament and heck yeah, good stuff. Yeah, it's as crazy as
They
crazy
can't
as
see this, so don't freak
Oh.
out. The
I
people
was
at
gonna
home
say,
can't
now-
see this.
now
This is
we're
usually
farming?
Yeah.
no. You're still watching the
Oh.
preview, but we're gonna have the enforcer, Jordan's enforcer, up here shortly.
Oh my, yeah,
Yeah.
That's how fast this can happen.
yeah, that's her.
Don't hit the 67. Either one
I
of
like
them.
it. I like it.
Either
Yeah.
one of them. Tuchscher 67 or the
Yeah.
green 67.
I seen
The-
teacher signed up for the 67. I haven't seen the car yet. So.
There
It's
it
white,
is.
so.
It's white.
There it is. Now
There
the
she
people at
is.
home are finally seeing it. Jordan's enforcer.
Tina,
Yeah.
the enforcer. Yeah.
Don't
That's-
mess with the green 67. We're just
No.
going to go with the green 67.
Right.
No.
Because that'll be waiting at the green machine.
Yeah. I might come over and visit you. No, I'll have to keep her. I get kicked
Yeah.
out then. I'll have
Right.
to keep her. I have to keep her on a short chain.
Well, if she
so.
fights on the front straightaway, we're not kicking anybody out.
Yeah. Well, no, that's
Macy,
the-
go cradle them up.
Yeah.
you mess with Jordan on the track, you have to wrestle Macy on the front straightaway.
There you go.
Choose your battles wisely.
Lucky I'm in the water truck. Jeez.
Oh, dang. Yeah, that's been exciting now.
I need to find some of her motivation because
She is.
Is she
yeah.
using the elliptical that you got from me out here?
She's been on it, not on it lately. So,
Oh.
but yeah, we got 2 weight rooms now.
in the house,
Yes.
how many are you using?
0. I'm upstairs. What's that racket? Macy.
yeah. She sounds pretty tough.
Yeah. She's yeah. No, I'm using none of them. So
Man, maybe Kendra and I need to start coming to your house and
Yeah.
we'll start.
she is self-disciplined. Of course, they have their practice and all that, and then she comes home and then she does her practice.
Wow.
Last I heard, she was benching 195 free weight. She's a girl.
Yeah.
I know I can't bench that.
Yeah.
I'll admit it now.
How much does the bar weigh? I don't know if I want to
Yeah.
do that even.
Yeah. Yeah, just an empty bar. It's
Yeah.
usually I think that's
45.
45, I
Yeah.
think. So, right.
I thought I was tough when
Good
you
times.
put the 2 big weights on each side, but that's only one. That'd be 135.
Yeah.
She's adding
More.
Yeah.
Crazy. I don't know how you get that self-motivation. That's what
Yeah.
we're still trying to find
This
that. at
table's
Matt.
lacking it.
I do quite a bit. I mean, I've taken
Working
a month.
out?
Oh, I don't. No,
Let's see your picture. You're not there.
No, self-motivation. I'm not
Oh.
talking about working out.
Well, that's what I
Self-motivation.
need. Holy, working out.
Too many projects when you get older. So
Right.
when you're younger, you can kind of focus in.
Oh, okay.
So
The self-motivation. I mean,
yeah.
it's.
So she's got WDA Friday night, and then we're racing Saturday.
Well, I'll just schedule a hotel room, and then we'll be down there, and we can eat breakfast the next morning. We don't have to get up and
So
leave early in the
That
morning.
wrestling WDA, is that just a one-day deal?
Yep.
It
Yep.
is.
Yep. Well, that's how I understand it. It's not on Saturday, so, and I don't think it's on Thursday.
Your brother checked in. He's trying to build his own heat race of carts. Is he bringing more
Oh,
carts or what?
Hey, yeah.
He's going to need to rent a green machine from you. He's got a fleet.
We might have to pole start. It ain't been lit since last year, so
Yeah. He's got enough go-karts to pole start it, so.
Did he
exciting.
pick up
see?
some new ones?
Yeah, I haven't been over there.
We got more than two?
I think there's a fleet.
A fleet. I like it. Huh.
Yeah.
Because didn't they bring 3 last year? Didn't he bring 3
thought there was
in
two.
October?
Two.
2 in October?
Two.
And
We got- we got
he's kind of like Jordan. He's got 2 cars that run, and then he's got a boneyard of more.
Those
and
are
you never,
parts at 3 a.m. You never know.
or you might be putting one back together. Right.
Front end's wrecked. There's 3 outside. Go pick your favorite.
They're,
Right.
they're over by the Thunder truck. Don't touch that. We still might use that.
Yeah, don't take off the steering. You got to still roll it around.
30 years from 98's coming up in a hurry. They might make a comeback.
You're not wrong. 28 is seeable from here. It's 25. See?
Yeah.
Oh,
Be careful.
man.
It's just a big circle.
Right.
It's just a big circle.
Working on the 2028 schedule
7
already. The Thunder
Thunder
trucks are on.
trucks. What are those? Well, if you're old enough, you know exactly what they are.
In this one race.
Yeah.
This one was one of them.
Holy shit. Kelly Henderson's getting a Thunder truck. Siebel, this is like 98.
Yeah. Right. I can still picture it. Blue and white.
Yeah. And who drove the Mopar one?
Yeah. Well, that was the ride along.
That was the
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah,
because Nodak had one.
That was the ride along truck.
There you go.
That's the one you have. Or
Yep.
had.
Yep.
Have.
Still have.
Still has its. It's
How
down-
many you
it's down-
got?
It's down holding. Just that one.
Oh.
It's still holding down the grass.
Yeah. Is that on the
It's got a good Dakota Maha tire on the right rear, I think. So. Little Towel City recap.
That's still at the bottom property.
Yep. Yep.
Does it have a motor in it still and
No,
everything?
No. That it came down without one in it, and then that's just the way it still is.
I bet Corey Hawksprung still has
it's
his
a time
somewhere.
capsule.
He raced
Yeah,
one
I had
too.
one, yeah.
K-Hawk had one.
Yep.
What number was that one?
I don't know, 1 I think, or 18 or something.
He's always got a different number.
It should have been an 18, I would think.
He don't watch this.
He'll chirp in. No?
I don't know. You
I
never
don't
know.
know.
I have not seen him for a while.
I keep up with him. And he's the brother-in-law, so I
Right.
keep up with
Yeah.
him.
I haven't seen no sightings myself. I don't know what I've been doing for 2 months.
Hanging out at Adams.
Staying warm. Yeah,
Is that what you do? You don't have drop-ins at the shop anymore?
Not much. Well,
So you're the drop-in?
yeah.
You,
Yeah.
You're the
It was so fun. I picked up on it. I gotta go see what Adam's doing. Well, he's got Bruce and Cole up there, so I mean, it's a good little get together.
I'm sure it's entertaining.
Yeah. It's kind of like this. It's all meant in good fun.
just need to put headsets on them so we can record it, and that can be the Tough Trucks Weekly.
Yeah. Well, I don't dare stay
yeah.
too long because when I'm there, he's not working on anything. So,
Right.
but well, and then the upside is he's usually got racing on. So, I mean, if there's
Oh.
racing somewhere, he's got it on the TV out in the showroom. So.
Right.
So it's his fault we don't get nothing done. If I'm not there, the TV's on. So either way, no, he gets things done. He must come in at 4 a.m. So
No, that's not true. I drive by at 4 a.m.
no, it's
Lights
still
are
dark?
off.
No.
But I don't think they're too far behind.
Yeah. I think. he
Yeah, I
comes
don't
in
know who
pretty
gets
early.
there the earliest.
I'll tell you, if Bruce is
right-
watching.
Bruce is right there. So
Yeah, he smokes a lot less now than when I started, because when I used to drive by when I started, he was always outside smoking. He don't do that anymore.
Maybe he's got an he's got
I
a
don't
vape
know.
machine.
Does he even smoke?
I don't know.
I don't know that either.
things can change in 7 years.
Yeah.
Is it crazy to think you've been at the county for 7 years?
June 18th will be
Hey,
7 years.
Speaking of
already.
Snapchats, and you put it on, so it's safe. You yacked a mailbox the other day.
I dropped the damn wing right on the.
You didn't tear it off, but it ain't looking good.
No, I smushed it
You smushed it.
because I was out there by Delax cleaning around.
And need one of those concrete ones that they put on there, with the 3 inches of concrete in them.
There's one up by, on County Road 8. I'm sorry, Jim. I gotta let him all. This guy he put like drill stem pipe in. Jim whacked that thing, and I'm like,
Spun them out?
he got her.
He got her, huh?
Well, we've had a rough
Ooh.
winter on mailboxes.
Yeah.
I was
you
making.
put it on there.
Because I have to put them up.
Oh.
I'm the sign guy. That's his job to go.
Sign
fix.
guy is the mailbox guy, too.
Yes.
Ooh. What are you going to do in the meantime? I mean, can you kind of bend it back to get through winter, or do you got to?
Yeah, well, I have like 7 temporaries made, so we usually go throw them up, and then if it gets kind of nice, I can.
When you say temporary, like something with a wheel on the bottom or something, so you
No,
can just
I
replace
just
it?
made them. Well, the previous sign guy made them out of Telespar. They're actually pretty sweet, and you just go put that up with sandbags, and then when it gets nice.
Well, you admitted to the crime, and for that I give you
Well,
some props.
Oh yeah, I was like, what an idiot.
Yeah, it must have been those kids last night
Yeah.
out hot rodding.
I was like,
No, it was the grader operator.
Yeah, I dropped my wing right on the. So I'm like,
I was
knew-
wondering what you did there because it kind of had a tomahawk-looking mark on it.
Oh
there.
yeah,
I'm like,
because the wing is like this, but then there's a brace that comes like that. I forgot about the brace. I just smushed this damn thing. I seen it wiggle in the mirror, and I'm like, God, how did I? Oh yeah, the arm, the brace.
bracket.
Yeah,
oh,
that's what got her.
You cleared it, but you didn't.
Right. It was that slide job gone wrong.
You high
You
jumped
thought
it.
you had him clear, but you really didn't.
You
Well,
high jumped it and hooked it with the heels.
Yeah. Oh. Let's just say that mailbox might have had 11 on it, and I smushed it.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh man, we're throwing darts already.
He probably ain't watching.
Oh, they're watching. Shout out to Bow Bells. I assume that's the 11 you meant.
Oh, yeah, I suppose.
Oh.
Bruce checked in. He says lights are on at 5. And
Yeah,
he's
I
there.
was going to say, yeah.
Okay,
it's-
well,
Rick Huber says he stops by there for a 2-week visit.
Right.
I think that's the new go-to place just to
Right.
stop in and check to see what's going on.
yeah.
Bruce, are you smoking? I never see you out there smoking anymore when I drive by.
Let's see what he says there.
Nobody's out front
Have you
ever.
paid attention to see if he smokes when you're there?
No, I'm not. I'm not paying attention.
He must not have smoke breaks anymore.
I didn't say that. I was saying I'm not paying attention, so he should chirp in any second.
But some of these
Ah.
smokers, like Jenny, my wife, she doesn't necessarily smoke cigarettes anymore. She
they're-
has that
they're
damn
vaping.
vape.
Yeah, that's
And
That's
that
the
is
new
it's
thing.
hard
is
to tell.
turned
It's hard to
into.
tell. That's
He rarely smokes. He vapes.
Yeah.
So it's become the whole.
It's a camouflage deal.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the whole like to avoid going
No,
outside and
outside,
smoking.
you're right.
They vape, and then they
Yeah.
can do it. They almost like I give Jenny grief because she vapes. It's more convenient, so she actually does it more than she would if she smoked a cigarette.
Right. Now she don't have to get up off the couch to go outside
Nope.
to do so.
Nope.
Not getting exercise.
Bruce
either.
doesn't even have to get away from his computer. He just
Right.
does it right there.
No.
I have
I
nobody
go
to
over,
wave to when I
Adam
drive
says,
by.
let's go have a smoke break. And I know what that means. We're going out to talk. He's smoking and I'm talking. So I don't smoke. So, yeah. But, yeah.
What
So that's
time do
that
you
means.
get there? Because I must be out. I must be out on the route.
Well, I'm a 10:30 area guy, 10:30
Oh,
to 11
yeah.
area guy for an hour or right after lunch, like a 1 o'clock.
Oh yeah,
So-
I'm down in the Makoti area.
So,
Hot Rod Hellebus checked in.
9H is alive and well.
He said vaping is worse. I hear.
The health inspector's in. The health coach, I guess, is in. Robert.
The health coach.
Yeah. Holy.
Robert, you came in. I'm just going to sit here and eat popcorn.
Holy.
Yeah.
Jeez, where'd you learn this,
I
Robert?
wanted to say, like Robert, I've heard the same, but
Right. Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna let him walk this rope
Yeah.
on his own.
Let's get a Facebook fight going over vaping on a racing page. Here we go.
Well, we did hockey. We've done the time change.
Yeah.
I mean,
This is
been all over.
educational. Has Kelly popped in yet? Or
No, she has not. The banker has not made an
Oh,
appearance.
Well-
I drive her nuts all the time.
one thing at a time.
You message her or what?
Oh yeah, hey, I got a job for you.
Oh.
I'm afraid to ask. It ain't that bad. Maybe I got 2 jobs for you, but I already found someone else to do the other one. Yeah. She's like, well, don't stop by the bank. I'll be in Vegas. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can keep this stop for a whole week.
I need $30K to make this
Yeah.
race car go. How can I?
Hopefully
sell
she
this?
wins in Vegas. Then I don't have to take a loan. I'll just take her money. Because I didn't win in Vegas. Jeez.
I think it's rare to win in Vegas.
Ben Burke did, it look like.
Oh, I didn't.
I didn't see it.
If I could read the zeros right, I think it was like 10 grand.
Oh, damn.
I get confused on those machines because they like add zeros and make it look good.
That makes the race car jump right up and look good.
Right?
A 10 spot. Yeah. I get him going.
I was close to 1.2 million, but I didn't win it because here I am still doing this show.
Well, are we going to move on to Fear the Rear making moves?
Huh.
Sure.
Who's making moves?
I don't want to say it because I'm a part of it, but
Nodak?
I feel like this schedule, if that ain't making moves,
I'm telling you, yeah. I'm going to roll with you on that.
we're
Yeah,
not
that's
done
aggressive.
yet. We're adding
Yeah.
410 wing sprint cars are coming back
yeah,
too.
I seen the picture there. So
Is
Well, it
it
wasn't-
going to be Nosa?
Yep, they called us.
again,
I said,
again,
are
as
you
a
sure?
selfish race car driver, I like it. As a board member, you got me chewing fingernails off. So,
I ain't got much left, but we're under the fingers.
yee. Yeah, that's a good fear of the rear.
Do you got championship run? Then you
Yeah.
roll into the
I-
World of Outlaws?
I'm glad that you're repeating last year's run the points early. Enjoy the August deal. I thought that was enjoyable. You banged it up. What, every class race for $4,000 this year?
4,000 to win
And
400 to start.
You're right. That modified has got to come to life. I still got one of my Harris cars. I mean, we can gas it up and go. It's
Right.
ready to go. I put it away that way. Complete with an open motor, a 415 in it with, I don't know. It probably ain't even legal anymore.
And
I
if
didn't do
it-
anything. It probably changed.
And if your sun is going down at 8 o'clock,
Yeah.
you might be down in the
Yeah.
ditch digging with it.
Yeah. Well, anywhere. It's going to be
Right.
grippy everywhere.
Right.
If you put some top on there, my kind of girl. I like big corners. I don't have to work so hard to turn.
What? And hey, well, we got a new piece of equipment coming to hopefully keep some moisture in there.
Yeah. Jumping around that Lele that they had at the Chili Bowl, that was cool.
We ordered a heavy hitch. Have
That
you
does the
seen
same
those?
type of thing?
No, it's
Does it kind of crumble the dirt instead of? Yeah, that'll be good.
But it's got like it's low pro. It's only like this high off the ground. I think there's 53 teeth on it. I seen it working at that track in New Mexico.
oh, I didn't see any of that either. Looked like some of our Wasota people were down there doing quite well. So
Yep.
Joanna had some updates on
Oh
that.
well,
Something like that.
Glosser was there. We should mention that.
Yeah, Keenan was
Yeah.
down at the
Keenan was
Wild
there.
West shootout.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that at all. So
Yep.
yeah, Keenan good last year. You're gonna be good this year. This is how you do it. You just keep doing it. So
But yeah,
Good job.
so last night we voted. We're gonna have the NOSA sprint cars are coming May 4th.
Holy crap, you're going to
Wow.
open the season with them.
well,
We're opening their
This-
season with them.
you're opening their season with them, and it's your second weekend if the
'Cause
weather
I-
treats us right.
Because I told them, I said, we have no sprint cars in this town. So for us to do this, we need everyone to come. So he said,
Will it be a NOSA points night type of deal? So I mean,
yes, it
okay.
is.
Ah,
No, they called. They want.
wow. Greg still got one, so
But I don't think, did he race?
I don't know that.
I think he's got a kid that
He's
is
got-
in baseball or something, or
Yeah.
they're, busy. I know. He plays.
I got him
Didn't
fixing
he play a
footwear,
ho-
but I don't know if we.
I think he has it. Well, I think he plays.
got Macers
No,
out there
no,
again. Oh.
they can't see it.
Oh, okay. Like, holy smokes! Yeah, you got Killer on there again.
Yeah.
So,
Get her, and hopefully you ain't cropping up a picture where she's got me in a headlock already.
Could be.
yeah,
Next show.
pretty fun. It's fun to watch your kids or your young
You're
kids
right.
in general. I mean, just get determined at something and really dig in. So,
Yeah, we're
going
going to open with a double
Doubleheader.
header in April. We had to add something because with the Outlaws coming
At
June,
the end of June,
it
yeah.
kind of
And then you doubled it up because, I mean, in reflection, last year got 9 of the 10 nights, and it would be nice to be able to get that
10.
good. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, we watched Mandan not be able to get going until, the third week in May. It was terrible for
Yeah.
them, of course.
But their practice in April was 80 degrees.
80 degrees. Yeah, Adam and I and Cole were there all side by side. Man, this is beautiful. And then it never was again for 5 weeks. So, yeah.
Yeah, and then you got this.
That's awesome. Yeah, your fear of the rear, that's fair. That is a good one.
They still can't see this.
Oh,
So you guys are talking about
okay.
something that they're not
Oh.
seeing. I'm getting it ready so I can put it up on the screen because
Show
show
'em
prep
the NODAC
show
schedule.
prep is going right now.
nothing's changed in these 3 months. Nothing's changed.
The problem is you guys can actually see the show prep.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I got the wrong screen up here for you guys.
We don't have our little monitors. We're still warming into the new season.
I just
Hey.
barely got this thing set up.
Yeah,
Right.
I know.
We barely
I'm not
got
complaining.
headsets.
I'm not complaining. I'm just seeing.
Yeah, when
I'm just
you
seeding
were
next
here,
time.
and we didn't. Even, there was still the bench in front of the seat.
It was just the table.
yeah. There was
Still, just putting the legs on the table.
No kidding.
Robert checked in. You guys don't want me to start on health. You 3 look like you should get on the carnivore diet.
Oh boy.
Dickinson,
Hey, I'm waiting for RFK to come out with his new plan. So
Well, the ass chewing he was getting, it looked like that's all you needed.
right. God, he's getting grilled hard
Holy.
today. Wow. And he was one of them.
Yeah.
So,
Maggie says Dickinson has few exciting things planned.
Yeah. Well, it looks like after Mandan put their schedule, everything should be out, right? No, Williston. Still waiting for Williston.
Corey Palm says Lele's are awesome.
no.
Jesse Long says good to see you guys.
Oh, that guy's still around?
I didn't say that, Jesse.
I have to pick on him.
Uh-huh.
The thing with the Lele, though, I think for us, it's too
You need
slow.
2 of them.
Right.
Yeah, it ain't big enough. Yeah. It does a good job. We got too much
Right.
surface. That's fair.
And I liked how that heavy hitch went.
That's where you reflect in other discussions. Even doing some spot grooming, there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that. If one corner is good and the other one needs a little, even getting a high in one corner and low in the other, it just provides dicey racing.
Right.
So that's cool.
So
The driver not knowing where the where the track is at is the best thing, because then you get some
Well,
real
I
racing.
think, and that's what we heard, quite a bit, like that Monty deal. Aaron brought it up in his interview, and you just didn't know where the racetrack was.
That's
that night
perfect.
was
Yeah. I thought Sean was going to tuck and run.
right.
Yeah, I did.
And then
because he can. So, yeah, that ended up
And-
being a great race for a great night.
If you'd have sat there after the race and asked Tom and I how we get a racetrack to change like that, we would have been like, well, we don't know. We just we wish we knew it because we do it week in, week out.
We just prepped it.
Yeah, we just did that, but we don't know how.
It's now the more like everything, the more you do it, the more you just get a feel for it. But
Right.
that was a great night of racing then too, and the whole August, like you say, the purses are the same for all the classes. That's going to be it's just going to be just a ton of excitement. So
I hope it just wakes the August thing. Our August, it's just, I mean, last year wasn't too bad. We wanted to see how that points deal went. It went pretty good. August, we kind of last minute threw some extra money. There was no advertising it. Well, now, I mean, we're hitting the ground running. We want to advertise this deal.
going to car shows with the schedule all painted out.
Right. And I wouldn't
like
say we didn't necessarily put the August thing together to, hopefully draw people from all over. What I wanted to do is Brandon Beater shows up with a damn car again. Alan,
What?
Andrew Birch, if they still have a car,
Brings it out as storage.
right. I just feel like there's too many race cars sitting around that are pretty much ready to go, and guys ain't even showing up with
There
them.
ain't enough attraction to get them going.
Right.
Well-
Hopefully this is like, what do I got to lose? 400 to start? Might as well, you know. So they show up, they do okay.
Yeah. I got to
Guess
start
what?
paying attention. I got a few months.
Right. Hopefully they come back for Motor Magic.
Yeah, and everybody else has the same months. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, right. And then warm it up for Motor Magic. Yeah. You know, in reflection, I was scared that Motor Magic was going to lose too many cars to Boone, and that was not the case. I mean, we lost cars to Boone, and I wish they could be in two places.
I went back and looked.
We still
I
had
mean,
great car count, man. It was-
150 plus 2 nights in a row. Like,
wow. yeah, that turned out well. So good on that too. So
there is an, entry fee, I guess, but whatever.
That's big money, though.
yeah, that's
It's 20
expected.
grand.
Oh, it's big money.
a night.
250,000 is being spent from June 29th through Motor Magic.
after the point season. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got $250,000 after the point season. The point season will be expensive too, but
Probably 150,
yeah,
100.
100 for sure. Yeah,
It's about 15 grand a night.
yeah.
See, and these
Yeah.
are where you have the guys come up. You can do you're running you're still running what, 4 classes each night?
Yeah.
3 or 4?
Yeah.
So you play with the order of events, and you have like the stock cars will come out second. So the track's worked in, they
Right,
run their
because-
heat races,
'cause-
and then you can bring them up to the top 10 to come up and redraw early. We do
Right.
the redraw, and then you have them come out if there's a B main. Right after the B main is when the top 10 come out and do their little King of the Hill thing
Right.
to set their lineup.
Like, the way.
Right.
Right?
Well, Boone style. So you put your premier class on the best course.
Well, they'll probably end
That's
up.
what you're saying.
Well, they'll
Well,
end
no,
up,
what I'm
they'll-
saying is giving
Yeah.
them enough time in between their
Oh,
heat races,
right.
and the B main and the little.
The pole shuffle.
We want to be able to draw in there somewhere. I don't want to hold
right.
up Smalls' show. I'm just trying
I
to.
see.
Because hopefully, I mean, if this don't draw enough cars to have a B main, we are screwed in the racing world.
Right.
This should be a 40. We should have. When we were doing this schedule, I said, I don't want to have 6 classes this night, but let's have, whatever, 3 or 4, whatever, because the slingshots will be there. So let's say there's 10, 12, 15 of them. The wingless show up a couple times in August, but, and then like the previous, or what, doesn't it say it doesn't say on here, but it says on the schedule, but, I think the Legends are there one night or whatever. But like that night, hopefully there's 40 cars in that class that has the 4,000 to win, and then hopefully there's another 40 with the other 3 classes. You're at 80 cars. That's not a bad car count. But
I think that's some grounded thinking. I think
but
you're
there's
okay.
enough time where you can you have your time to run a B main, do a fun redraw, or even a whatever, the top 10 or however we do it. They run a dash for cash or whatever. I mean, I don't know, or like you say, a King of a Hill to
Pole shuffle deal.
The
right.
pole shuffle deal.
right something.
Because
But
you can whip through that pretty quick.
right.
But you got to set the order of events up from the beginning to allow yourself time to do all that.
Right.
To where if you run
It was interesting. I agree.
the
I was looking for the next thing.
the fourth, whoever's getting paid the 4,000 is going to be your premier class of the night.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
So, but you can still run them second in the heat race order.
Well, I think you have to, because you're going to have a
So if you have a B main,
B-main.
you still have 2
Chasing
classes
your
in
B-main
there.
stuff, right? They got to be early to
Keep
make
the
that work,
flow of the show going.
and enough time to.
Then you prep the track. You come up and you do the redraw. You prep the track. You run the B main, and that's when then the 10 cars come out
right.
to do their King of the Hill thing. And then you can roll into the other features. You
yeah,
just
then
roll
you have
right
3
in.
other
Do
features.
the other 3 features and your premiere
Yeah.
at the end.
Yep, and your premiere at the end.
So
You
then
just-
it just flows.
If it stays on standard time, it'll all be in the dark, so the track will be excelente.
Yep.
Right.
So-
It's just a
Ah.
thought. You guys don't have to do it. It's kind of a neat deal.
Right. Well, that's the whole point of this August thing is, to try and liven that month up, because
Revive the interest.
yeah, well, I mean,
It's a tough month.
for everybody. I don't know. It's kind of funny how these schedules, like Estevan, they only have 8 or 10 nights this year. Botano's a 6 to 8. Williston, I'm guessing they're going to be a 10 to 12. And then Mandan and Minot are your 20 to
Your weekly show track.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like a lot of racing, but it is because we do it in 2.5 months, 3 months. I mean, we are so in and out up here. It just guys get wore out fast, but then at the same time by December, most of us want to go racing, and that's how you end up in Arizona.
Good point.
But this August deal, I'm hoping it, keeps people. Hopefully, it puts money in people's pockets to do all the end of the year specials and
Give them a little giddy up money for Motor Magic and the fall stuff.
And
Yeah.
I mean, the hobby stock guys, that's probably the only one that I seen. There was a lot of traction of guys like, oh, we're coming. The mod guys, it probably isn't enough money to leave Iowa or this and that, but hopefully it's enough money to get
To leave Mandan,
100%.
to leave
Fargo.
Dickinson, to
To
leave
leave
Fargo.
Right.
Yep.
We'd like to see that, Jamestown. Yeah.
Yeah, right. The guys in Fargo that don't come this way often or don't even come on the tour.
But even
because,
the stock car guys in Fargo,
right. Hopefully they
it's enough
Right.
for them to come up on the stock car.
because there's talent we're missing not seeing.
The Johnny Carters and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point. Mm-hmm.
What? Like, okay.
I don't know what else you could do. I mean, that's impressive. I mean, that makes the tour payoff sad. I mean, the numbers are just flat bigger everywhere. Bigger on
Right.
top, bigger on the end. So, and I love the tour. I mean, that's 7 nights. It's a different animal. But nonetheless,
You got to thank Jerry Van Sickle.
Well,
he come up with it. I
yeah.
just copy and pasted him.
yeah, 4,400. Yeah.
Yeah, he did it on there,
So,
but I didn't realize. I'll admit it. I'm an idiot. I didn't realize he was doing a 2-day, 1-page show. I was thinking he was paying this 2
Yeah.
nights in a row. So when I'm like, I'll take it to, shit, we'll do it one night. What do we got to lose?
yeah. Racers on that 2-day, 1 feature deal. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, this is a pretty good. This ain't bad for a 2-day, 1-pay show. I mean, it pays.
If this was a 2-day 1-pay show,
It
deal,
was.
It's worth going to that though.
Right. I didn't realize that when I was,
You
looking.
thought J-Van was doing it twice.
Right. But whatever. This is Sunday night. To me, if somebody wants to drive from Iowa to Nebraska for it, to me, it if they finish in the top 10, I mean, it was probably worth it.
You did last fall
Right? I mean,
for a shot at B main.
here's
start.
my deal. When I, sport mod days or whatever, we were driving to Iowa for our Harris Clash on a Tuesday and driving back home. How do we get people come up here for this? I mean, like I said, it's not necessarily I wanted it that way, but I mean, if some people want to travel over here from Minnesota, this and that, okay, they can. But I just feel like there's too many race cars sitting around here. How do you get them? We gained some traction with guys that already race with that championship deal.
Yeah.
We held guys coming more. Did we see a huge jump in guys coming every night? No, but I think if you look at the guys that only missed 1 or 2 nights, I think you do see a big jump there.
I would think the same because it's condensed.
Right.
2 months show.
Right.
Now, I mean, hopefully
The
this
world that has to do more than racing in the summer, that's attractive
right.
because maybe miss the points and just do August. I mean, nothing wrong with that. So, I mean, maybe
I do think there's a lot of people that are, a budget where they can only race 5 to 10 nights. Well, you roll out, you come out, the last 2 nights in June to shake your stuff down, and you come back in August
do your Motor Magic.
and do your Motor Magic. Boom.
Because Motor Magic, you're still planning on paying the same as you've done in the past.
Last year we made money, so why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean-
I guess Brandon's point is
Right.
you didn't make that smaller to make August bigger.
Right.
No.
That stayed the same.
We added. We didn't take nothing away.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right on, guys. Right on.
And we just kind of had the discussion, like I said when I became president, I was sitting right here and Larry Hammer, why don't we have sprint cars? Why don't we have this? And I pretty much was like, dude, just let me get my feet wet. We got other things to work on. We got to get local racing good. Well, now with Tom on board, we got track deal going. We got the facility looking good. A lot of things happening. I understand how the fair people work.
Yeah.
There was a lot of things I had to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And nothing learns you like experience.
Right.
You're exactly right. That's exactly right.
Now here in year 3, look at where we're at. We got sprint cars. We got World of Outlaw late models. We got big shows. Is it a risk? Yes.
And that World of Outlaw show can open doors for other things.
Oh.
It has the ability to open doors to other things.
Here's
on
my
a first
deal.
name basis. It all.
Yep.
We
If
want to
there's-
put together a northern tour. Okay.
If there's 4,000 people in them stands at Nodak for that late model show, next year you could see this August deal doubling. Because I'm a racer. The racetrack, can be successful, but we need the local racers to be successful too. So if we're making good money off of the Outlaw show,
this would be a fun discussion to have, maybe not right now, but just to do a show on this to where a guy could play devil's advocate to what you're doing, because I think the question could be made, instead of spending $4,000 if you want to pay the locals, instead of having a $4,000 show, take that $20,000 from your show and spread it out into the purse all summer long. I'm just saying, a person out there could pay devil's advocate to that. We don't have to get in that discussion now. The show, but it's just a teaser for maybe a show in the future.
Well, if nothing else, it's the discussion that gets you to that.
Right.
Because you measure
yes.
all your options. That being one of them.
Yep.
Yours being one of them, and there's 14 other ones.
Oh yeah.
So,
right.
And you've chosen this one, and but no, that's exactly right. Because
that's the discussions that go on in the boardroom, though.
Because you're right,
that is the boardroom
100%.
discussion.
Because I would be, you say that, I'll be. Do we want to turn our championship run into a money run?
Right. Yep.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. I agree with that. And you touched on some key things that this show has had with you that your experience. You were new to the game. I mean, you've been there,
been on and off the board, been around racing the whole
but
life.
you never had to dig in and go, okay.
You weren't in the
I gotta
driver's
go
seat.
Talk to Craig Redlin.
Yeah.
I got to.
Right.
And somebody else, and I'm doing. Yeah, exactly. And you were very focused on getting your track prep to a level that you wanted. And that's awesome. So, but nothing replaces it. Nothing replaces seat time like seat time. Nothing replaces running the show like running the show.
To me, if you can't put a 2.5-hour program in with 100 cars on a local deal, you're not ready, or a 3-hour program, you're not ready to have an outlaw show with 40 late models doing time trials, this and that, or you're not even ready for sprint cars, And if you can't prep a racetrack for your 100 locals, you're not ready for bigger things.
I think that is well said.
Because
I really do.
the biggest thing is if people, because that outlaw show, you're going to get a lot of people to show up that go to the races one time.
One time.
You say that when the Outlaw Sprint Cars came. We talked about that when I was on
And when
the board,
they come, they're going to go around town and tell people in September, oh, yeah, we went to the races. Well, how was it? Oh, it was terrible. We were there until midnight because they did this, did that. Track was dusty. Well, they only came to the Outlaw. That's a big deal. Well, if you're not ready for it.
If you make a mistake,
you're right.
It lasts you all year and then some.
But I've had that same philosophy on the 4th of July.
Right.
Because you're going to get people there. There's 2,500 people in the stands, 1,500 of them, or maybe even more. They don't know the difference between a jalopy, a mod, a hobby stock, a stock car. They don't know the difference.
Right.
Just entertain them.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Just entertain them.
Right. And it comes down to they just want to see good racing.
They want to be entertained while they're waiting for the lights to go off in the sky.
Right.
Yeah, Well, yeah, and that's sometimes a hard sell because you're like, different classes or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, like you say, they're coming to watch the fireworks. So what's in between what now and the fireworks?
But if we can entertain them,
they may get interested in something. They may not.
But if we can entertain them to the point where they talk good in the community, they
The
go into somewhere.
Racing was fun to watch.
Yep.
Didn't know anybody, but by the end of it, that orange car that was 99, he passed everybody once, and then he was in the back, and he passed everybody again. And then when the checkered come out, he was in the pits. Oh, Trevor, you just passed everybody 3 times and still got
Still
10th.
didn't finish.
But you were entertaining,
Yep.
You're right. The going uptown talk is important that it's in your favor.
And
Definitely.
it's kind of funny. We've walked into some places that used to sponsor Nodak, and they're jumping back on board, and a lot of them are saying the stuff we're hearing about Nodak is we're not hearing negative. There's this, I'm like, well.
Like everything in life, you have to work at it. You do.
Oh.
You just
And that's
do.
one thing.
Every day, all the time. So
We don't, that's one thing. The board, we honestly probably met more in the winter than we did in the summer. In the summer things are rolling. The winter we are, what do you want to call it? Working.
Putting everything together, laying the foundation for the summer.
Right.
Because if you don't
always
have a
thinking
foundation,
about what it can be, what happens if it doesn't work, what's my backup plans, all that stuff.
I mean,
It
the
all
outlaw
matters.
deal. I think Robbie's the one that's been on this deal. This is Robbie's putting it together, getting it.
Communicating.
Yeah, and I think he started roughly a little bit after 4th of July last year, and I mean, we really didn't get things totally locked kind of in until end of September, but it was a lot of, start with this person. Oh, okay, well, we can do that. Well, the driver's saying they ain't driving over here for that purse. So then we up the purse. Well, now it's like, can we afford it? Well, even if they're talking to us or even willing to come over, let's try it. I mean, what the heck,
Brian Tigey wants you to go blue one more time.
Oh, he's reflecting on that late model thingy in the mid '80s. Yeah.
We have a picture of it around here somewhere.
Blue?
Well, my dad's sprint car was light blue. So,
Right.
So,
You-
and then
well,
my
he had
late
that.
model was light blue for 2 years. So, yeah, it was green the first year, and then I didn't know if green was going to be welcomed into the racing community from my motocross Kawasaki days, but it's coming around.
Okay, the
So I
other
reverted to dad's colors.
the other fear the rear though. I do think you get Tate Johnson. I mean, you
Winning the
can't-
feature. Yep.
Yes.
It ain't very often somebody from North Dakota wins on a big race like that.
Let alone his first.
Unreal, and people can say all they want. Oh, the leaders or the top 4 got wrecked. Yeah, well,
No,
there were still 3 laps to go with
other
on a
20 didn't.
restart.
The
he
other
had
20
to
didn't.
he had to hold those guys off, and not only did he hold them off, he pulled away.
Yeah. No, good job there. Yeah, that was. I won a championship here in '96, so that was 25 years after my dad had won. Are they seeing that?
They're not seeing it
Oh, they're
yet.
not seeing it yet. Okay.
They will.
Okay.
I'll give it to them right now.
You should wear that suit opening night.
Yeah. Well, come on now.
Look how fast I can pull this stuff together.
Yeah.
You guys would-
He must have been practicing because he's like quick
pretty,
on that.
Pretty quick. He must have been because
Right.
you and I are not. But yeah, no, that's a picture of my dad. My dad was champion in '71 there, and a light blue. Sprint
That's where
car.
the blue comes from.
Right.
Yeah, and apparently the deal was whoever he went to go find paint in town here with, somebody had ordered that color but then didn't pick it up. So it was one of those stories, where I don't know.
Yeah, we'll sponsor you this paint. Yeah.
A $20 a gallon of paint was reduced to whatever because it didn't get picked up. So that became my dad's trademark colors with a matching suit there. So
I was going to say that had to be actually fancy back
of course,
then.
that was pretty tame for me, as you can see. We had to paint her green. So see, Swalsey, there's my green and yellow. That's what I
Yeah.
mean. That's kind of actually my
That was
my original international colors. So, right there, you got it. So
I got that
yeah.
picture in the Pokemon book.
96. That would be 30 years ago next year.
Yeah, I would have
That
been
30-year
6.
deal again.
Yeah,
6.
6. You're thinking.
Great flashbacks.
I was running up.
Or at least they're flashbacks.
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah.
Trying to
Find Al?
find. Well, there might be an Al
Yeah.
Medler one here.
She's with the 3 boys. That was
Yeah.
a famous picture.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah. Little blue 25 action.
I got
Well,
I got
the
Thule.
The last one he had was the black and white. Well, it was red, black, and white, and there was that would have been a Dakota Mod.
Dakota Mod.
Well, that had to be around 96.
Yeah.
What was the last year of the Dakota Mod?
90, what was it, 97. So 97, and probably went backwards to what, about 86? I'd say 86 to about 97.
I don't have all of
Maybe-
them
maybe
loaded
87.
up on here.
Somewhere in that area.
But, who did all the who just uploaded a bunch of the pictures on the Hall of Fame?
Well, they're the ones I scanned in that I
Yeah.
got that were donated to the state fair, and then the state fair gave them to me, and then I scanned them all in.
They got my grandpa's rollover. Where he went in
We don't even know who took them photos.
Huh.
Yeah, my grandpa fall when he rolled over,
Yeah?
and he went in the hospital, or I think it was like opening night or something. But yeah, I was scrolling through them pictures. I'm like, never seen this before, and so I sent them to my mom and my aunts and Terry, and they're like, "Where'd you find these?"
Is your mom on board again next year?
I'm sure.
Yeah, you haven't told her yet.
Yeah. Everybody's on
Here
board.
we are.
Yeah, it's a voluntold
Welcome back,
deal.
Becky.
Yeah, told Dad.
Voluntold,
Yeah,
yeah.
be ready.
There was a
I saw your dad walking through at the Toros game Friday night.
Yeah, they took Kinsley there because Bel Air night or something.
Oh.
Then I think he was at the egg show helping my uncle get tractors cleaned up.
Oh.
When you retire, I think you get busier.
Did he say that?
there was some of them photos that were hilarious, weren't they?
Oh yeah. I was like
Trying to pull the cars out of the mud. No, there was a lot of good photos. If you haven't seen it, I was thinking about pulling them up here, but there's too many to pull
Right.
up.
No.
Go to the Nodak Speedway Hall of Fame Facebook page and look them up because it's worth the time to go over there. I say it's worth the time because I have 2+ days into scanning them into the computer.
Yeah.
So.
I didn't know that. I got to go check them out. Yeah.
Well, I can
Our
give you
Nodak
as soon as
history is pretty
we're
exciting.
done here. I can put a slideshow on for you because I got them all.
All ready to rip?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
working pretty quick, but I wasn't. I was trying to find one of you, but it's on that computer over there, and I haven't got it up to the World Wide Web yet. But it was your blue '67
Yeah.
late model.
And they were all wedged up back then. That was
Yep.
pretty cool. So, yeah. Yeah, so it was that color on my dad's deal there.
Do you ever sit and look at the late models now? Just like look at a picture, like head on or whatever. Their body.
Yeah, they got a little swing in them.
Wow.
A lot of arrow going on. I guess they're
dirt.
wind tunneling and stuff, so.
This is what I say. 90s NASCAR is our dirt late model stuff right now.
Yeah.
Early 2000s NASCAR is
I got them right down on the ground.
it's something.
Yeah. Reflecting back to that dome talk there, a bunch of stuff got tore up, but I in fact I was going to keep this for our next show, which is now, but the guys that went fast, that were going fast outside of Avi Pierce had very good looking cars yet. My point
Right.
was they just didn't get in trouble. Even though the track produced a lot of trouble,
Right.
the good guys still managed to not get in trouble.
Heads up racing.
Well, yeah, so a message to myself and the community. Keep your car under you because
Right.
you need it at the end.
Right.
You just need it at the end. Do your best job because you
The
got to have it at the end to have a good night.
The most tin work I wrecked last year was the unloading it the last night.
You sound like Dilly Bar. He hooks the
I
dang quarter
cut-
panels all the time. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that
Holy, look at
those
that
wedged
track.
up things.
Well, that's what I was kind of gonna gonna ask you about. You guys did a bunch of reshaping and stuff here. They can't see it yet, so let me.
Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to position it into place here.
I'm thinking, though, if we produce something like that nowadays, somebody's getting in the water truck and running me over.
Yeah, you won't make it out of the pit, are you?
Jordan will probably be like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know. You might even be like,
This is from 1986, is
Yeah.
what I show.
I was going to say, one of these light blue looking thingies.
gotta be you, right?
Yeah, should be me. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's on that computer over there.
That's pretty high def. That's like 40 years ago.
Next year.
You want to talk about all winged up here? Here's
Holy.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah,
There it
I
is.
did have it. There it is.
Yep.
There
Yep.
it is. Yep.
Wow.
I didn't open up that picture. I thought I had
That's
it on
a
here.
15, isn't
That's
it?
Jay
Tooley.
Tooley and Dave Lackaduk.
Lackaduk. There we are. Look at that infield fence.
Yeah.
Not.
You had to pay attention.
No drag strip in the back.
No.
Yeah.
Green grass.
Green grass.
Green grass. Look at
We
that.
We
Yeah.
need green grass. That's a late model.
Look at the wedgie on them, huh? Yeah. See if that was green, it'd stick out.
Oh,
It's pretty cool, huh?
that is.
The good old days.
I have
to go to the Hall of Fame and check them out.
Katie. I've kind of annoyed. Well, I screwed up. I thought I texted Katie back, and I ended up not pushing send. And it went
One of those.
went about a month, and I go, why haven't I heard from Katie?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I look and I go, oh crap!
So did you just hit send then?
Well, no, I put I
It was
went
all
in there.
outdated then.
No, I went in above it and I said, sorry, I forgot to hit send. Please don't know that I was ignoring you or whatever.
Yeah.
And then,
I hate it when
yeah.
I do that. I'm like, when did I send that? Like 2 weeks ago. I'm like, oh
I
no.
don't-
I did.
dealt
I just
way
did it. I just did it to my kids the other day. We were down in Florida and they texted me about something and I typed it all up and then I put my phone away and I go to it. I go, why hasn't Peyton and Max answered me? And I look and I go, oh, because I didn't push
All
send.
right.
yesterday.
Oh, well.
You're only there for 2 days, so
Yeah.
excitins.
Upcoming schedule. We've talked a bunch about it. Let's
Yeah.
run the video.
Watford's gonna be the biggie.
Yeah.
Do we have Texas Red on board again?
Yeah, did you renew
We
any
must, huh?
sponsors or find any new ones? Still got our 100. Right. Gotta be close.
Oh man.
Either if you would have gave me that, I would have either had 1,200 in pull tabs or we would have had nothing.
Yeah, everybody for the Dirt Weekly sponsorship is back on board.
Ooh, money.
Good to know.
Yeah, I get paid a bunch for this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nothing-
we see the
nothing
trickle down
times
effect. It's really going good.
That's why the pre-show prep happens during the show.
Right.
Yeah.
If you
Paid
did-
employees are hard to find.
That camera guy's looking good.
Steady as a rock.
I mean, the big upgrade this year was putting our names on there.
Right.
That's all you're gonna get.
Because last year's upgrade, we lost our laptop.
Yeah, we had our
got
own little deal. Like,
repossessed.
I'm like, what are you reading?
Yeah.
So,
I'll get them back set up again.
Yeah, but I think it was actually better without him because then we don't get distracted trying
Yeah,
to read. you know?
Right.
read
So
it,
yeah, we can
yeah.
just leave it then. I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm good with that.
well, I'm not sure we're completely voted in,
Yeah.
but there's times we can miss them.
Yeah.
Hot sauce.
Hottie sauce.
I think the hot
Hot
sauce
sauce.
we took in a basketball
We
game.
took in a basketball game a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Velva took on
Bishop Ryan.
Yeah.
Velva could
Did
not
they-
have played worse.
How bad did
every
they get beat?
Every team has this deal where the great shots and it bounces around
Oh,
and don't
yeah.
go in. They had a quarter and a half of it and they just couldn't catch up.
The
So
last couple Brooklyn games,
frustrating.
TGU, kind of like that.
Yeah.
Right underneath the basket. Shoot it.
Yeah.
Rebound it. Shoot it.
they just
I
couldn't
think
get
I could
anything
score.
to go and but nonetheless we went there and you and Jenny are
Yeah.
Bishop Reiners, but and I was just a neutral forcer eating popcorn.
Nobody fight.
And
I don't think there was any of that because we
yeah.
were surrounded by Bishop Bryan people,
Yeah,
and
we actually
and
sat on the
Velva.
visitors' side.
Yeah, we sat on the Velva side.
we sat on the Velva side, so it was all the same.
Was
to me,
Isaac
but
good? He just do his back and
Pacing,
forth, back
pacing,
and forth.
pacing.
Yeah, well,
No, none of these. What are these? Timeout.
no tease.
Yeah.
It wasn't that hot.
No,
So-
it was,
but we were able to catch up with them afterwards, and Isaac does a great job. I mean, again,
yep.
he's coaching. He's coaching.
I'm going to
some
watch him
energetic
tomorrow.
kids.
Are you?
Where
Who
are
do
they playing
play?
tomorrow?
Towner.
In Velva or in Towner?
In Towner.
Downer, huh?
Should be a good game.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
That should be a close one.
You know, they had our Redeemers last week there, and he fell short on that one too. But yeah, I don't know where Towner's at on TGU. I don't know where they're at in the world.
Well,
They're-
if we
they're-
want to get on this subject, Towner lost one of their better players,
Yes.
Sage Hansen.
Yep.
He got a scholarship to go play for a high school in Utah, for a private school.
And I think they're working on trying to get it
I think he's back,
right.
but he's ineligible to play right now.
Oh. Glenburn, he was on the bench. He didn't even get to play B squad or whatever JV.
I think he's back,
Ah.
but I
Yeah,
think
he-
there's some eligibility things that they got to work through before
Yeah.
he can play. But that's a game changer because Sage Hansen is the size to play with. Like Bishop Ryan had that tall Ramsey Walls.
The 42.
Yeah, 42. Well, Sage is a size to play with that.
Yep,
Ah,
And
Big
athletic ability.
big time.
that was exciting. I mean, that was a good.
Right.
The one thing about high school sports is you can't just be there forever because you're in high school
Yeah.
and you graduate out.
Yep.
Where in our sport, you
Yeah.
can be there forever. So,
Are ya?
So yeah, so you see things, yeah, ever and ever. Amen. So, but I mean, teams have the great teams and they have the building years, and I mean, as a coach, as Isaac, he's got to
We have
take what
gone
he gets.
from
So
The time to hockey.
yeah,
We
Now
got
we're on basketball.
yeah.
But it's Hot Sauce's moment.
Right.
It is
Hot Sauce is a
moment.
high school basketball coach.
And during the winter, he's
Yes.
a coach.
Yeah.
So
I hope he gets mad tomorrow because I'm going to videotape it, and it's going to be on here for the hot sauce.
Hot Sauce
Yeah.
moment of the week.
Right here, look at him go.
careful, Isaac. I didn't say that. Smallsy did. You know me. I'm just a cheerleader.
Well,
So
And I think we even explained to some of the Velva people around us. They looked at us a couple times. 'cause
well, we called him hot sauce. They're like,
Who's
they're-
wrong with
you
Who the
guys?
hell's that? Well, Isaac is Hot Sauce. In our world,
in
he's
our
Hot
world,
Sauce.
he's hot sauce. We probably wrecked him. He probably lost a little credentials at Velva Public School. So
They had all the respect in the world for him until they sat
so-
next to them two guys that knew him from the racing world. They're like, nope.
these jokers say you got hot sauce written on your driver's suit. I do. Dang, no secrets with us.
all right.
No secrets with us, Isaac.
Yeah.
Isaac and Emily enjoying their
Yep.
newborn.
I haven't got any
Harrison.
updates of Harrison lately.
Yeah. Isaac
Oh,
calls
I
him
was
around like a
watching
football,
something about.
so exciting parents.
God, he just sent me a snap. He had him watching something, or I can't remember.
Oh yeah. The way
What?
the way scouting used to work.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
I wanted to say pregame, but I'm like, that ain't right. That too early or something.
I was scouting.
Yeah.
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 I give him a little reply there because if you've been around Isaac with Harrison at all, I mean he hauls him around like a football. And he's tucked and ready to go in. So Harrison's hanging on. So
Yeah.
stuff.
Bohannon, Trevor Bohannon checking in.
Yeah,
Hello,
the
Presidente.
Yeah.
Hello, Jordan Brandon. Oh, I guess hello to Smalls, too.
I already talked to him today. So.
Excited for you, Trevor. We'll be there supporting you and hope everything goes good. You'll have nights you don't sleep, but you'll live through it because
I think
Smallsy did
yeah.
and Brandon did.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still have him the night before a show that we don't prep for.
Yeah.
I don't sleep very good. Even though I didn't even know, I kind of had it in my mind that we were going to do it because I canceled it last week.
Well, I waited until 3 o'clock to schedule that.
And I must have messaged right after 3 o'clock.
Yeah. I was like, man, if he hasn't said nothing yet. And
Yeah, you had a tax appointment there, and I was driving, so I can't do both.
What do you mean?
I had to wait till I got pulled over. Yeah, I can. So.
Well, I gotta see how my day goes. Like I gotta get to Tioga and I gotta see what is transpiring, what's all gonna keep me away. Like last week I had to go over to Montana, a truck broke down, I had to
Yeah, it was
there's-
cold. And
there's things so
we've
like
been bumping on it for 2
Pete-
weeks, so it was getting close.
No, it's been 3.
3
3
Okay.
weeks.
Because we each got a cancellation
Yep,
in there.
yep.
Birthday
Yeah.
party.
Birthday
you had
party, right.
Montana, and I think I worked late because
Yep.
of wind. So
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
each. So people, I mean,
Yeah.
we work at this show. It's been in process for 3 weeks.
work at it.
Oh, the speed of life got in the way. So, oh shoot.
Speed of life, not light. We are not that quick.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you got to be built like this to survive the wind. So I'm sticking to it. There's ups.
What else are we talking about?
Well, how was Trevor doing? Is he?
He doesn't
Did-
said
did-
anything.
did he
anymore.
answer
He
anything?
said he don't sleep anyways.
You don't sleep anyway. Well, he'll fit right in that.
Yeah.
So, does he know how to drive tractors and water trucks? Because he's going to.
If he don't, he will.
he
Yeah.
will. Yeah.
Figure that out in a hurry. Well, I can't say you figure it out in a hurry because then you get someone like Tom who always drives it, and then I'm like, well, I'll just go out there and pack the track this time. Don't worry about it. Then I'm stuck in corner 4 because I don't even know how to shift the thing.
But you learned.
Yeah, during a Sunday night.
Yeah, short memories.
Yeah,
Is that what it is?
something.
Nobody remembers those things, just you.
Or like when I almost whacked a car opening night because I pulled out. I thought the race was over, but
The white flag.
it wasn't.
You missed the black spots on the white flag.
Well, I was ready to go.
Oh, shoot.
What else we got here? We got
we're-
a lot
we're-
of schedules. You got to upload a lot of schedules next time.
Yeah.
I'll do it in the first 10 minutes of the show next time.
Yeah.
He's not kidding. Maybe half hour.
Well, we talk about I don't know whatever else the government's voting on to help the racetrack.
Yeah. Well, we should know something here. Well, no, actually, everything's just on the first half of the house. It'll all go over to the other side. But, yeah, like I say, there's reasons I like it. There's a whole bunch of reasons I don't like it. So,
I was actually working on seeing if I could load some music,
Oh,
for the outgoing,
I mean, yeah, you were so far out there, I didn't know where you were. Some of that stuff you're dropping. But like you say, you got to play music, ain't got copyright. So, tight fitting jeans is out. Whoa.
How many viewers you got? Die down.
I don't know. I'm not on that screen.
Oh,
you guys don't even. You guys need to see my screen. If you guys would have had
Well,
your,
I know.
Yeah,
you used to show us.
Right.
if you guys had your screens in front of you,
We used to be involved in this show, and
Yeah.
now here we
you guys
are.
would be so confused looking at what I'm doing over here because half the time I don't even have our show up here. I'm not even looking at what's going on here. I'm doing something completely different.
Now we're just
Not paying attention.
Hey, now we're just confused looking at each other.
Yeah.
Jordan's over. I wonder what Small's thinking about. I'm over there thinking, in '86, I wasn't even born yet, and this guy's racing.
I'm 3 years
and
deep.
now we're doing a show together.
I'm
Like
3 years deep. Yeah.
I'm still 4 years away from being born.
Jesus. Well,
My big update is I went to the doctor. They say I have high blood pressure. They say I need to work out. They say
It's
I need
not
to take.
because of us.
right.
They say I need
Right,
to
it's
take
not.
care of myself. So Jenny tells me I get a watch. The doctor said to get a watch so I can do my workouts and all this crap. And
Here you are, not working out.
today I'm not gonna close all my loops. My watch has yelled at me twice. Get up and move while I've done this show
It sounds like after the show, we almost have to go to his house
and do a
it.
workout
Yeah,
with Macy.
right.
She'll get you. She'll get you tuned right up. So,
Jordan's enforcer. Do you think
Yeah.
she'll come actually to the races? We get her an enforcer shirt.
Yeah, do they go to the races?
yeah, well, they go sometimes. Yeah. She might. She's kind of showing some worldly interest. So we'll see.
Keep
We'll
her in the
see.
stock car class.
Well, I'm wondering who's going to take over. Maybe
Yeah.
it's her, and I don't know it yet. She'll be like a female. She'll be like a female Tooksher.
Get her signed up now.
Crowbar Junior.
Yeah.
You park close enough together right there.
Yeah, we are close. Yeah, they just get out and give each other the salute.
The 67M just hit the 67. This is going to be good. Are they stopped on the front straightaway like this? Let them go.
Oh, no.
Nobody go out there.
Oh man, God! If you squint, this could happen.
How much did we sell tickets for? $15. It should have been $55 tonight.
Oh boy, yeah. She's feeling a little under the weather the last couple of days. She got a tournament on Saturday. I know she'll come back. So.
Well, it's better to feel under the weather today than Saturday.
Yeah. She is
Where's
paying
it?
attention, as I say.
Where's it at this Saturday?
God, I should know that. I don't know that. I like to be as surprised as the rest. And I'm sure I've been told. I'm just not remembering.
Do you go out of town then?
Yeah. Tina more than me, but we were in rugby this past Saturday.
Oh,
so
that ain't too bad.
yeah, great concessions over there.
Rugby.
They know how to put on a show.
Really?
They got her.
Yeah.
If you ever want to go
We
watch
had
a
4
basketball
mats
game,
going. It was kicking. And
but
the
their concessions is.
they got it going on.
Did they have free popcorn?
Yeah, they always do.
I always do. Popcorn's
First
provided.
thing you do.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they set you up. I mean, like a drug dealer. First one's on me. Well, let's get a couple of cheeseburgers and a couple of Gatorades. I'm ahead $1. I got to spend 20. So, yeah, it's a setup.
Did you do a drive-by of the racetrack?
I did not.
No. I mean to, because I got great memories of rugby.
Right.
It's just a fun racetrack, and
Well,
Jay and the boys are trying to get it going again.
Yeah,
but
isn't
they've done
there?
some in Derwin, but I just the grandstand that was there was in tough shape, and they tore it down.
That's gone.
But I understand that they've drug over some bleachers from the high school, and that's not that far away. So maybe somewhere in time, maybe Todd Lisney and the kids can get everything going again. Loftman, Jay's always interested in stuff there, so I know Jay's a big part about it too. So that was a cool place to race on a Thursday night. It was an hour away. Well, like our Underwood deal, just different direction. And
I love going
About as
there. You
fun.
could haul ass over there.
yeah,
Quick drive.
4-lane, and it was just those big tall trees they had on the west side. I mean, just shadowed the place pretty quick, but yet you still had daylight for the night, and just good times. It was.
Race old
I hope
hopeless sock there. Well, I got some sport mod in there too, but I had to race against the Midwest mods.
Oh.
Yeah.
I stopped there one night. We raced.
Like what
Oh.
year? Like what year? 05, 6, 7?
No, I didn't start until 9.
9, okay.
But I didn't race there. I don't think I ever went there in 2009. 10, I went there almost every night. And then, because I think I got third in points there. And
Then 11 was the flood year.
Right,
So
and
you had-
it was hard to get there.
You had to go south and go around.
Right, and we
Through
didn't get
Velva.
to, right, we didn't get to race there much.
Did that almost kill that track that year?
Yeah, it did.
So I'm thinking. I was just going to say, how did it run after that?
Yes, it did, because then I
Got through
raced
12.
I don't know how much. Well, in 2011 is where Lance started sponsoring me that year. I met him in rugby one night, and he's like, "I'll put diesel in your pickup." I'm like, "Really?
I'll put a sticker on my car.
Yeah. So then he's never left since. So he's probably thinking, "Man, that was dumb," but I like it.
I've done some dumb things,
right.
but let me count the ways.
Right. And then 12, I don't think we ever did go over there with the sport mod then, because they went Midwest mods, and I think they eliminated the A mods then.
The A mods, I think, were done in 07.
Was it?
Yeah.
That soon?
Yeah.
And that's when they went Midwest, because Hooker ran over there. Hooker, Lauenschlager, remember that? They raced Midwest mods there. They're in Botno.
with their sport mods.
Well, we didn't have sport mods.
Oh, they had Midwest mods. Okay.
Right. Because I think Eric quit the hobby stock deal and did the
Midwest mod deal for a year or two.
Well, I think it was a little bit longer than that.
I remember him doing it.
Nosdal had one too, I'm pretty sure.
Zach Doctor, I think, probably
Yeah.
played with him.
Yeah.
Well, he did quite a bit of Midwest. But then in 2014, I can't remember how it worked, but we stopped in rugby. I think they ended up putting on like a kind of a one-off deal. They paid a pretty good purse for the Sport Mod Midwest show. We stopped there and raced on a Friday, and then I think we drove all the way to Iowa to race somewhere Saturday, Sunday or something. But it was at the end of the year. I want to say it was oh, no. We stopped there and raced there, I think, and then went to the World Nationals or something like that.
Huh.
One of them stupid moments.
Rugby's been a good time.
Yeah.
Fun nights.
They've had to go about 10 years without racing now, haven't they?
Oh, yeah.
I'd say that's safe. I think the grandstand's been gone for probably 5.
In 14, I think that was the last time they –
yeah,
when we
I'd
stopped
have to
there and
rely on
raced.
you because I don't even remember that deep. So I say the A-mods are done there in 07.
But I remember going over there with Wyatt. We went there all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, stock cars were big there.
That and Botno were kind of a – if you raced Botno rugby, you were probably going to win the state championship.
I cut
No,
my
it was
teeth up
fun
in
though.
Botno, so that's where I raced up in Botno for half a summer before my parents would even let me race in Minot.
Did you race much Botno?
A couple of seasons there, full time.
Did they ever have mods? IMSA mods?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
my
Full
one
time.
and only feature win was
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah.
In
My
a mod.
one and only modified feature win.
Rubs
He got
it in.
second. He got second.
No good deed goes unpunished. I gotta live with it.
Why didn't you pass him?
Him and my brother have had little goings on in Botno, and apparently at my cost.
Jeez.
So, no, I've called Botno the toughest track I've ever raced on. People go, "What are you talking about?" I'm just telling you. For me, it is the toughest track I've ever raced on. I just cannot get it going there. I
So
mean, I
it's like
can, but I don't.
Me in my mind on I can't stand it. I can't. Never been good at it.
Can't get it going.
Right.
They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, yeah, it's fast. It's wheelied up. It's crazy. It's you race into the sun and they got a guardrail up on top there. Like,
You don't know where
I
you're
don't know
going?
where I'm at. I say the flag stand's magnetic. They've moved it 3 times 40 feet, and I'm still almost hitting it. I'm like, where am I at here?
It is.
Like a motorcycle in a cage.
Right.
So,
You should have been good at it, but you're not.
yeah, I just
It's definitely like speaking of the Tougher Than Dirt Tour and talking to
I
the
like
drivers.
it, but
Right.
Talking to the drivers on the Tougher Than Dirt Tour, that's like the most
It's a wild card.
anxiety
Oh.
driven place.
it is for me. Yeah. It just everybody has that track that's like, ugh. But I love the people that are running it. I love participating in it.
Right,
It
just-
I just can't get my dance on.
Right.
I just can't.
There's just no exit strategy. You're it's like a
When you're in a wheelie, you
shrunk
can't let off.
down-
You'll hit the flag
it's
stand.
almost a shrunk down Williston.
Right. Yeah.
It's a big
right.
circle.
You're right. If Casa Grande's on steroids, this is smaller,
Yeah.
tacked up.
Right.
Holy cow!
Right. You'll
went-
be in the slough in the middle.
We went 89 mile an hour in Williston. That's moving right along. I feel like we went just as fast in Botno. So, but yeah, I went up there and
I just,
Watched one
I'm
time
just
this
excited. Like Botno looks like they got things rolling.
yeah.
That's a place that made me nervous. Williston made me nervous, but it feels like Williston. I really hope it looks like they got a good, strong board. Hopefully that place gets rocking and rolling again because they're Botno, Williston. They're a good racetrack. I mean, it's
You need them because there's a core of
Oh.
drivers that
Every-
come from them places. Like Botno
Oh.
puts on a show with very limited travelers.
right. There's
They have
people that
have almost the highest hobby stock count in the state sometimes.
right.
Right.
And they're
Right.
racing up against Williston and Estevan.
Right.
True.
And they're getting more hobbies up there than,
That's why I keep saying we can't afford to lose any tracks. I don't even rugby. That they used to have a good core group of racers that lived in rugby, and we would
did.
see them come for Motor Magic. Well, you need that, to keep this thing going. They don't have to come every night in Minot.
Yeah.
Sunday
we-
nights was
you
tough
know,
for them because they
right.
were a Thursday or Friday night
Right.
track themselves. They raced on both, so
But it's like the
they
hobby
spent their
stocks.
weekend otherwise.
At Motor Magic this year, you take the hobby stocks. A few of them left to go to Boone. I think we had 3 or 4 or 5 of them go
Right.
to Boone.
Yeah.
Well,
we
we got filled in.
were
with-
sweating bullets.
Yeah, but we got filled in with the Botno guys, coming down.
Right.
Scared there wasn't going to be 10
scared
cars.
there
Right,
was-
because
yeah.
we were
Right.
rolling around the 13, 14 mark, and now we got 4 or 5. Well,
Grinstead's
Grinstead's
went,
and Caden was gone.
Kyler
went and
Twite.
Twite
Twites went,
So
yeah.
now,
Like,
geez, we're
who's
gonna have 9 hobby. Next thing you know, we got 26.
Where'd they come from?
Where'd they come from? You know,
It's because the purse
Exactly
was
right.
attractive. 3
Right.
nights of racing in a row, so they come down and spent the weekend.
right?
Now there's another one that's going to be up there. Faith Kettner's got a hobby stock. Bought the old Connor Hansen machine.
Oh.
So you're going to have
so-
another one. So that when Brian Kettner comes, you'll have the hobby stock and a sport mod.
Yeah, the Smiths.
The Smiths, they're working on theirs. They both said that they had so much fun in mine out
Jamie and
last
Kevin
year.
are
That's good.
good supporters. So
know,
racing's alive and well, even when
Yep.
it doesn't
hot
seem like it
sauce
should be.
topic. Let's talk about the car count. Like it's like last year. I mean, you started. We were at 100 or whatever. We stayed around that high 80s, 90s, but yet like the hobby stock class, it was just like we were at an 18er, and then it was down to like we're only getting 11, kind of a roller coaster. The stock car, kind of the same thing. You know, we weren't getting very many, but like this year, I'm excited. Like that stock car thing, I think Woznicki's coming back. Now Grinstead moved up.
Brenner moved out. Connor,
Tucher's got one.
Chris has got one. Canadians.
Yeah.
You got Connor's got one.
Yeah, isn't there quite a few up there that
I thought there's like 4 of them. Jortland. Drawing a blank
who
here.
else am I missing here? Somebody
but a
else
couple
right
more up
here.
there. So
And Minot got one. But it's like, are we going to get the stock car deal back to a 24 car class? I mean, how exciting would that
it
be?
seems like high teens, 20 area is certainly on the plate. So
And we haven't seen that for quite a while. I'm hoping that hobby stock deal jumps up. You guys, kind of mentioned, some people may be coming this way, so it'd be nice to.
Max is looking at that.
Max is not a discussion at this time.
Just seeing if it got any better. Apparently not. Oh, no.
Still a black flag.
Maximum. I'm hoping he makes something happen. Good.
Well, let's put it
Not
this
this
way.
week?
Everything is going to hinge on whether or not he has a job by the time we go to Watford City.
Oh, he's only
By
got a
Watford
2.5 week window.
No, he's had a 14-week window that he has chose not to get a job.
As we said here, he's down to a 2.5 week window.
Correct.
Okay.
There is nobody hiring either.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yeah. Maximum.
Yeah.
I'm doing my best. You're not giving me much to work with. Come on, dude.
Your phone will be ringing the day of. Jordan, are you hiring? Just say yeah. Tell my dad I'm working for you.
Are you running the camera in Watford City? I can. That'll help.
Well, that's
That'll help.
Max is not a. It's a.
Oh boy, Max has got teenage-itis. We're in trouble. We're in trouble.
What pill do you fix that? What pill do you take to fix that?
Well, that's where I was going with the self-motivation thing earlier. I was not.
I think the
talking about-
YMCA paddle from camp. King.
Macy's got all the motivation.
maybe she needs to motivate
Yeah.
Max.
They played football against one
Yeah,
another.
they did. Yeah.
Whatever years ago, however many years ago that was, 6, 7, 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Macy
Yeah.
probably whooped the crap out of Max. Max don't even play
hate to-
football anymore.
I hate to see what had happened now.
Jeff Bartis says hi.
Hi, Jeff.
Taylor Heaton says he'll be at Minot a few more nights this year.
Good to hear, Taylor.
That's Baker,
Yeah.
Montana to Minot,
That's
dude.
that's a trip.
wow. As
I
if
wish
as if Dickinson ain't far enough on a Sunday night.
what
There's more.
They should start looking for jobs over here with Max, and then they could race here more.
Yeah, give Max a call. See
Right.
the places he's applied. Don't apply there.
Max is my reference. Don't do that. Think of something else.
Yeah.
Come on, Max.
There
You
should
got
be
2.5 weeks
a
left.
Brody beater full time. We're
Ah.
hoping a Max full time in a hobby again.
Brody gonna Nodak or
Yep. He ran the last half of
You're
last
right,
year in
right,
Nodak.
right.
Yep.
I didn't think he did.
Yeah,
I
Brody
thought
coming around pretty
you're
quick.
Right.
Yep.
Had a practice day after an enduro down in Underwood there, and Brock was working with him. And I thought that
There's
was
a
going
car
So
that
you
just-
actually have, you guys got 2 hobbies?
We got 2 complete race-ready hobbies, Brody's and Max. And the
Any
one,
sport mods left?
I believe it's sold. Max's Sport Mod, I believe. I haven't
the,
heard
the last one.
the last one,
last
the
one.
Razor. The Razor, I believe, is sold.
And then no stock car
Brock has
Brock's
a stock
got a
car
car.
and a mod.
and a mod.
So you guys got a fleet.
Yes.
And a Bernie? You got a Bernie?
We got a Bernie.
We got a
He's
Bernie,
upstairs.
so-
Landlord's upstairs. He checked in.
Bernie's upstairs.
He's, still
He's
doing
not
good.
racing.
No. What? if,
Careful.
If Max don't get a job, Bernie's in the driver's seat.
Oh, wow.
You think that would
Wow.
help get Max a job?
No.
Wow.
The entertainment value.
So many thoughts goes through a person's head.
Do you guys realize the last time
Yeah.
he raced?
Oh,
The last time Bernie raced, he took Brock's second sport mod and said, well, if nobody's going to drive this damn thing, I'm going to drive it. And he commences to ripping the spoiler and the deck off in a heat race. They put it all back together on the green flag of the feature. He starts last all by himself. On the green flag,
Was
hits
this in Underwood?
in Underwood.
Yeah, okay.
Hit on the green flag. He didn't even make it a corner, a half a straightaway. He hits the wall and rips the spoiler and the decking right off it again. What they just put back on, I remember the conversation afterwards. We're sitting there, Tim and Brock look at him and go, "You're fixing the damn thing yourself now."
All these years later, we're still there. Yeah. Bernie's cheering from the stands.
The entertainment value. The one night at Minot, he spun sideways, went down through the infield.
in the hobby.
In the hobby, went through the infield, and all of a sudden he ends up going Bajan. He got air, 2-3
Yeah.
feet of air off
That's
the
the no
banking.
quickener part you talk about.
We're like, what are you doing? He goes, do you see me miss that guy? I go, what guy? You missed the racetrack.
Oh, no.
You missed yourself.
It's your dad. You got to creep into these things.
I'm
tested daily.
You heard the story before we started. You heard the
Yeah.
story. Okay.
Yeah.
But
He makes fun of himself.
Yeah.
but
He wasn't going to tell me, then he did.
he's the same guy that will tell you why you didn't win, and the next week when he's up there watching, you're like,
Yeah.
"Do you not remember last week, Dad? You were this way, that way through the infield at Express Mart, Drake Racing."
Not far off.
He was fishing off turn 4 and getting a Coke off turn 2.
You're gonna tell me what I did wrong?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm listening.
Let me write it down.
The old Burn Stars racing years are behind him.
Oh, my. That
He's
night in
probably
Underwood.
This is a little bit quicker than the dump truck. Where's the levers?
the
This
same
is-
non-quicking steering.
Yeah, but he can't find his levers to run the excavator.
What does this one do? No.
I hope his hearing aids are turned
Oh,
down. He could get
God.
kicked out.
Yeah, we got
Evicted.
booted out of our studio. Give us another 3 months to find somewhere else.
Okay, should we call it?
Well,
All right.
I don't know. Does anybody watch?
Well,
There's still 30-some watching, but I think they're just missing us.
9:45.
Yeah, we better.
This song is Happy Summers. It's coming
Yeah,
up.
it's
I don't know
coming.
that I'm feeling it, but I like the title name. All right. Well, good to
Well,
be back. Are we
yeah.
going to do this again next week, or is that too early?
Let's just say yeah.
I hate lying.
Random dirt, random time, random days.
Just
we'll be
stand
back.
by for news.
Bait your fishing hooks. You never know.
We don't know. For Jorn, for Smalls, I'm Brandon. We're out.
Nice to be back. Oh, my.